Oh,
We're live! Oh my gosh! Hello, everybody! Bow chicka wow wow!
what is up? That was like a 1980s adult film. That type of music in
Whoa!
the
Adult
background.
film is crazy.
That's what you put. That's the sound effects you had. I don't know, but welcome everyone to our 115th episode of D&E Takeover. I'm your host David Rodriguez, alongside my co-host Eric Hines. And before we get into it, Eric, how are my audio levels sounding right now? They sound good.
You sound absolutely amazing.
Am I too loud? Am I too soft? Like, just tell me.
No, you sound like I'm not kidding. You sound great. You're good.
All right, good. But if anytime I lower my volume, chat, you know what to do. Keep me in check. But Eric, how are you doing today? I know you're doing good, but for the
I'm
lovely people to know today.
I'm doing amazing right now. Again, you guys, this normally happens. I'm not looking at you because I'm like,
Gosh,
I'm doing the Instagram. I'm doing the
no, he's
Instagram.
not. No,
I'm
he's
doing
not.
the Instagram.
He's
I'm
texting.
literally made the link to do the Instagram right now. Stop it.
He's-
I'm doing the
he's-
Instagram. But all right, I am doing very well. Thank you for asking, David. That's pretty much it. I'm doing well. I had a good day. Woke up early in the morning, grinded a little bit. We're here. So, how are you doing? How about
I'm
that?
doing good. I was hoping you would wear the do rag today. I really wanted you to wear that, but
I can't be wearing the do rag on camera, bro. That's not it, bro.
why not? I was gonna wear one.
can't.
Can I wear one?
I don't even wear the. Honestly, if I'm gonna be real with you, my family would be so mad. I'm not allowed to wear the do rag outside.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they get pissed. Like it's like it's like unprofessional. So like
Yeah.
I can't wear the do rag out. I can't wear the do rag on the podcast. If it was up to me, I'd probably wear it once at most. But I probably wouldn't wear it either, to be honest with you.
But
How many of you
I
want to
wish-
see Dewey Hines in the chat? Dewey Hines.
I wish I had one on right now. My hair needs a little.
Shut up! I
Look.
Yo, David Durag is crazy. David Durag is so crazy. I'm just gonna say it right now, David. You ever put a Durag? That'd probably be the funniest clip of all time.
We'll have me and Kyle do it.
Me? Oh my gosh, bro. Nah, I can't allow that. Nah, this is you guys are wild, bro.
Yo, my hair looks like Alfred Payton right now.
It's not even remotely.
I know. Stop it. Let me have my moment.
No,
But,
I refuse.
To answer your question, I'm doing good today too. I'm cutting it. I'm like a week back home, so that's good. Other than that, I'm just excited. I'm excited again. It's the 115th episode. I hope everyone in the chat is doing well today as well. If you are, just sending how good you're doing today. Don't take a photo of me. That is messed up.
No,
But
I'm doing the Instagram.
I know. It's a joke.
No, I would not know it. Now it's gonna be a whole photo of you on Instagram.
Good. I
smile.
throw
Say
my
cheese.
butt cheeks in there next time.
Say cheese. Say cheese
But,
right now.
You want me to take my?
No. All right, continue. Get the
But-
intro.
Let's just get into this 115th episode with our quote of the week, our fantastic, phenomenal, spectacular quote of the week. I'm running out of adjectives. Are those adjectives or verbs? No, those are not verbs. Those are describing words. Those are adjectives. They're adjectives. Okay, beautiful. But today's quote of the week is "Take the risk or lose the chance."
Ooh, that is true. Wait, I'm overthinking.
Don't do that.
I have to.
Don't overthink.
Take the risk or lose the chance. That is true. It is true. I'm gonna take it in a positive manner. Yeah. No, it is true. Take the risk, man. Take the risk.
Of course. But Eric, I have a surprise today because this one's unknown. So I don't know who said it. I don't know who in the world said it. If anyone wants to claim it in the chat, it's all yours. But
who wants to claim it? Somebody claim it.
Someone claim it for fun. But if you don't, then it has to go to one of us. And I think Eric, you deserve the unknown quote if no one else wants to take it.
Of course, you know what, David? I appreciate that. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate that. But listen, guys, I want to be able to give it to somebody in the chat. I really do. So whoever wants this quote, bro, come out and we will literally put like it's your quote. If you just come out and you just take it. That's all I'm saying. So I'm saying just come take it. Take it.
Of course. But one more time with the quote of the week, and then we'll get into our topics of today's show. The quote of the week is "Take the risk or lose the chance." It is by unknown and it's likely to be yours in the comments or Eric. So we'll see what happens. But just to get a quick rundown of today's topics while Eric is finishing up the Instagram, we're gonna get into some NBA season predictions. These are what ESPN projected these teams will rank in the East and the West. We're gonna go over some key games in the NBA schedule because that got released a couple of days ago. We're gonna go into some tension in Paris Saint-Germain between Mbappe and Neymar. You love a little love a little tea over there. Also, we have some
Yes, sir.
Lamar Jackson wants an extension before the start of the 2022 season. I mean, we're gonna get into that one first, obviously,
You
and
better
then
get it too.
what team is the most improved in the NBA? Which team? Well, oh my gosh, what team is the most improved team in the NBA going into next season? Who do you think is going to be the most improved team? And then after that, Aaron Rodgers gets frustrated with the drops by his receivers, his rookie receivers, and then NBA top 10 players of last season that we're going to go into, and then our top 5 most excited NFL players to watch for next season. So without further ado, let's get into. Actually, we got to go into this first one before I said I promised you guys Lamar Jackson, but I have to go into this tiny bit. It's not really tiny, but this happened earlier in the day, a couple hours ago to be exact. But yeah, Deshaun Watson is suspended for 11 games and fined $5 million for his sexual allegations by the NFL. So, what's your thoughts on that? Everyone in the chat, comment below. What do you think? Is it enough, not enough, or are we just going to deal with it?
All right. Me personally, hold on, let me pull up the. I always have the podcast next to me just in case like it sounds different on my phone. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
other than that,
quality control.
Me personally, I'm grateful that it got extended or it got extended. I guess you could say, right? Was that the right word to use? Extended.
I
Right?
use that. Yeah.
Yeah, it got extended to 11 games and $5 million fine. Right? I'm happy for that. Don't get me wrong. However, right, I still don't think it is the correct amount for what he did. But by since there's no evidence against him in the court of law, you know what I mean, and the way the NFL works, if we're going by those terms, then yes, this is what he deserves. You know what I mean? But however, I personally believe that he deserves more. However, this is what we're gonna have to settle for. That's how I feel personally.
Unfortunately, I agree with you. Unfortunately, these are only allegations, and he's proven not guilty by the grand jury a couple of times. But yeah. So obviously, I think obviously, in my opinion, I think that he did obviously do something. Like I said, 26 times you go up to bat, you're at least guaranteed to hit a ball once or twice. That's my analogy I use for that. But I think the NFL they had to fight for this extension to be extended, and they got it. I think he should have got more because of the Calvin Ridley situation. You're telling me that gambling is more of a crime than sexual assault allegations? I totally disagree with you. But yeah, I still don't agree with that part. But over Sean Watson getting 11 games and finally getting a fine, that's a positive for the NFL. It's still not good enough, but it's still better than the 6 games. So I guess we got to live with it at this point.
Yeah, it's like I understand there's no hardcore evidence, but like the amount of times that this dude has basically snitched on himself or basically like or
He did the other
had
day.
someone, yeah, literally the other day. I don't know if we talked about it. I think we did, but
No, I don't think so. We didn't.
you don't think we did? Well,
No.
let's bring it up. Hopefully, I don't know if I saved it or not. I don't think I did. Right? Actually, I'm not even gonna waste time. I don't think I saved it. But Deshaun Watson basically came out and said, he goes, "I apologize for all the women, for all the trouble I've caused in those women's lives." Right? Or something around those lines. Right? Now he didn't physically say that I did that. You know what I mean? Or
Of course not.
Right? But he basically said, that he's sorry for all the trouble that he caused a woman's life. Hold up. Really quick. First of all, shout out to Ophelia Hines, right? She said yes to your quote, right? And she said you only live once. Hey, Ophelia Hines, if you want that quote, you can take it. That's all I'm saying.
It's up for grabs.
Yeah, it's up for grabs right now.
We take quotes over here. What's up, Lily?
Go subscribe to her channel. She already
is. She's awesome.
What's it called? But Go subscribe to her. Thank you for always popping out.
Yes.
But really quick, like I was saying, he basically admitted, like he didn't admit to it, but that was the nicest way of saying I'm sorry for the trouble I've caused in your life because of what I can't put. That's me because that's gonna be viewed as me putting words in his mouth. But I'll leave it
Listen,
at that.
listen. If I'm guilty, if I'm not guilty, I'm not apologizing for anything. If I know deep down that I didn't do it, then why am I apologizing? That's what the point I'm getting at. You apologize means that you know that you did something guilty. Now you didn't say it in the right words because you're trying to get around. They do this some lawyer type, I don't know, wording that they use. Some like I don't know, some dumb stuff that they did, the wording that they use. But like basically, from that statement, I think he most likely did it. But then again, I don't want to convict someone who probably innocent. I don't know, but overall, I think he did do it. But it goes back to my overall thing. Why would I apologize for something I didn't do? And Deshaun Watson's apologizing, so I don't know.
It's a sticky situation, but overall, we got him with 11 games. You know what I mean? But then also, I just have to think. What is the coincidence of the game when he comes back he versus the Texans? You know what I mean? Like I know like yes, it's funny, right? And yes, we laugh about it, right? But I'm gonna be serious about it really quick. So you mean to tell me first it was a 6-game suspension, and then we basically everyone said something, and then they changed it, right? They appealed it, and they were like, all right, let's think about this. Now it's 11-game suspension, but the one game he comes back on is against his old and former team. There's like for me personally, I look at that as like in a way some type of promoting, right? Some type of like storytelling, right? Oh, his first game back is against a team that he just left. It's too perfect for me to fully believe that there's nothing behind that as well. Like maybe I'm stretching it, maybe I'm taking a leap. I think that is a stretch. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think that is a stretch. But I want to say it because like it's like, bro, what are we really doing? This is a league known for trying to protect their money. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a good way to bring people in.
Yeah, like that's a good point because when you think about it, 11 games is so odd. Like he had 6 games, might as well double it. Like why are you giving him 5 extra games instead of 6 extra games to double it, make it 12? Like why is 11 the number? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like if you double it, you get 12, but you want to make it 11 just to get at the Texans. A great storyline for an NFL QB, whatever the QB storyline they have, the QB career, the career mode, and like one of those things right now. That's what the NFL is doing right now for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I'm not really about that either. But hey man, Deshaun Watson, you got away with one. That's all I'm gonna say. I think you got away with them, man. And I guess we're just gonna put it in the past now. Like, I
We'll
guess
see you on the field.
yeah. I really don't. I'm that disgusts me. I'm sorry, but other than that, go ahead.
I just want to see how good he plays.
I wonder. Imagine like, well, he's probably gonna play well. You know what I mean? He's probably gonna play really very well.
You know, in the preseason game, he went 1 for 5, did terrible last week, and people were writing in the comments. They're like, "Oh, it must be all the lotion that he had on his hands." Oh, like that's W is in the chat for those comments. That was
Yo,
great.
he's gonna get memes for like the red like. It's every time he does something bad, he'd be like, "Oh, probably thinking about what went wrong in that case." You know what I mean, or something like that, like something
Yeah,
stupid.
the memes are the memes, not the memes. The memes are never gonna stop. Which is
Yeah,
the good. This is a positive thing.
yeah.
But
We're always gonna make fun of him. The positive thing. Oh my gosh.
but that's all I got for Deshaun Watson. I don't want to take too much time off of it. But let's go into the other NFL quarterback, from one quarterback to another one, and his name goes by Lamar Jackson,
The
Eric's favorite
best.
QB.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, he's actually really good. And Lamar Jackson stated that he wants an extension, a contract extension, before the start of the 2022 season. And all I'm going to say is that Lamar Jackson has finally come to his senses, and this is all going to make sense. Because I'll give it to you in a second. I just want to say something real quick.
Go on.
I think this is smart. Me and you, Eric, we both said this previous in the past that Lamar Jackson has to how do I say this? Wait, do you hear an echo or is it just me?
No, it's just you.
Is it?
Let me check. Let me check. It's just you. Yeah.
Is it? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, good. But to go back, like we both said this, that Lamar Jackson needs to get a contract extension before he steps on the field. Because guess what? Last season he was injured for most of the season. Like if this is a repeat of this season, he probably won't get the same amount of money that he would get if he signed a contract extension this like right now. Like right now, I'm predicting up to like close to $50 million a year that Lamar Jackson could
Oof.
potentially get in a contract. But say he gets injured another year, this say he doesn't have a contract extension and gets injured. If he goes into free agency, he might get like who knows, like a $40 million contract a year. It's like, yo, he's still getting a lot of money. I know, but in terms of how much he lost over how much he could have had, $10 million is a big deal in my opinion. So I think the smart thing is for Lamar Jackson to get the contract extension. He's finally coming to his senses before the season. And also another thing, like if he gets like really bad injured, like say he tore his ACL or something, like an RG3 type of injury, you think a team is gonna want him? You think a team's gonna want him? No, because he relies on his legs. He's pretty much his quickness is his athleticism is pretty much linked to Lamar Jackson. So that's a secret weapon. So yeah, I think he's doing a smart decision and just trying to get a contract extension before.
Um, I think it's a smart decision as well. One, because I'm a Ravens fan, and two, nah, really, like David said, like you need to lock in that money. And the crazy thing is, you have an organization that probably is willing to break their neck for you. You know what I mean? It's not like you're taking a contract because you're scared you're gonna get hurt, and it's like a medium, like it's a decent contract, but it could be higher, and you possibly could get a higher contract in the future, right? You're not like holding out for a different organization. This organization right now, I wouldn't be surprised if they should as far as paying goes, probably like a top 3 quarterback as far as salary goes and stuff like that. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they put him up there, right? Because to the value of him to us is extremely high. He's a game changer. We saw it last year. Well, I forget how many games it was, but I believe when he get hurt. What week was it? Was it week like 8, week 9?
I don't know. I want to say week, yeah, something like that, 9, 10.
Somewhere in the middle, basically. Somewhere like roughly in the middle of the season. We was doing very well with him, right? We was a very good team. I forgot what the record was, but we was a very good team before he got hurt. After he got hurt, matter of fact, I'll look it up, but as I speak. But after he got hurt, our team crumbled. No offense to Tyler Huntley. Tyler Huntley, actually for a backup was pretty decent, if I do say so myself. I think Tyler Huntley was a pretty decent backup, but he just couldn't get it done overall. But our team, we missed the playoffs and we finished last in our division. We was the worst team in our division after Lamar got hurt. That's how big he is to the team. So as far as getting paid, and getting the right amount of money, I don't think he needs to worry about that because I don't think the Ravens are gonna sell him short, right? Even there was another stat as well. Hold up, I'll give it to you. Here we go. So, wait, no, I have this season coming up. Either because the ESPN just released the freaking schedule. All right, I'll look it up on the computer then. But I can't believe I'm blanking. I'm a Ravens fan, and this is terrible. I'm forgetting the name of the freaking coach.
John Harbaugh.
Oh
John
my gosh,
Harbaugh.
I'm literally a fake
Jim?
fan.
Jim
Huh?
or John? Jim?
No, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's John. It's
I'm
John.
pretty sure it's
Is
John. Yeah, I'm
Jim
pretty
coaches
sure it's John.
Michigan.
Yeah, bro. Don't get at me for that. I'm sorry. I had a long day. All right. Regardless, either way, before Lamar joined like forces with John and everything, John had a losing record as a whole. John was basically like declining and slowly declining. Lamar joins the team and everything just comes to upside. Everything starts going like this now. Everything starts coming like this. Lamar is that important to that man's career as a whole. You feel what I'm saying? So like everyone's going to back the fact that Lamar is going to all come back to the amount that he's going to get paid, right? And it's going to come back to that fact. No one's going to deny the fact that Lamar is going to get like the money that he's going to get. No one's going to be like, oh, he doesn't deserve that amount. No one's going to say that on the Ravens because he's done it for the team, and it's clear because of last year, right? And the coach as well. He literally, I wouldn't say saved his career, but he like gave it a spark, if that makes sense, because it was on the way down. Right? So that's all I have to say about that. Lamar definitely deserves the absolute bag. The whole organization, give it to him. But don't do it Mbappe and make him like coach. Like,
Mm.
don't do
Uh,
that.
I mean, and the Ravens have said that they're ready for a contract extension. It's just up to Lamar Jackson if he's ready, and now it looks like he's ready. So I'm expecting a contract extension pretty much any day now before the season starts. But I would be shocked. Like, say, all right, I'm gonna do hypothetically. Say the Ravens don't extend Lamar Jackson. Now they have two options. They can re-sign him, but he's a free agent, or they can do a franchise tag if they don't come to an agreement, or Lamar Jackson goes to another team. So let me play a game with you, Eric. I know you're a
Oh,
Lamar Jackson fan. Pull that aside. Pull the Ravens bias aside for
oh
1 second.
no.
Think with your logical NFL cap right now. Is it on?
Hold on. Let me.
Get
Okay,
it.
let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do
Beautiful.
it.
Beautiful. So now Lamar Jackson doesn't get re-signed before the season, and he has a spectacular season. I'm talking about like top 5 MVP type of season.
Mhm.
And the Ravens go to the playoffs, and say Lamar Jackson's like, "Hey, I want to go to another team." What do you think? What do you think is going to happen in that situation? Who actually forget about that last part? Say Lamar Jackson has like a top 5 MVP season, and he didn't get a contract extension before the season. Do you think he's going to stay with the Ravens and get a contract extension, get a franchise tag, or going to go to another team?
See, with Lamar, I think personally Lamar cares about winning and legacy more than money. I think money is important to Lamar, but I think he cares about winning a little bit more. Right? As
Yeah.
far as I've like there's been interviews I've seen, especially the one I'm referencing right now in my head that I can remember off the top of my head was on LeBron show. I forgot what LeBron show was called. I
Oh, the
think it's called the
barbershop.
barbershop. Yeah, the barbershop.
Yeah.
The way Lamar speaks, I know he's a young player, but the way he speaks, it seems as if all he cares about, he's like, yo, I just want to be great. You know what I mean? I just want to put in that work and certain things like that, right? And he sounds very mature for like what he very clear what he wants to do, right? So if I look at every other team right now, I have to realistically look at every other team to even think. Right? They have to have the money first of all. They have to have the cap room in order to offer Lamar something. Right? And not only that, they have to be able to be able to compete within for a championship as a whole. Right now, the Ravens are a very good suit for Lamar because they're willing to do anything for him. Right? They will like change playbooks, the whole knot. Like they will do whatever it takes for Lamar to succeed. Right? Because like I said, he's that important to the organization. Now, if we look at things, if you look at other teams, there are some other teams that he could probably fit on, right? Just off the top of my head, like I know you would like him at the Giants, right? If you had the chance, right? Probably that like teams like really bad teams like the Texans. What else? The Lions could use him. Honestly, I know Jared Goff's a good quarterback, but still, probably I would say the Falcons in my opinion. Panthers. Like there's a lot of teams that are on the lower level that could use him a lot. But however, I don't think there's any team that can afford him and is also willing to do what the Ravens are willing to do, and also that Super Bowl ready. That's my main thing is Super Bowl ready though. Like there might be other teams that can afford him, but however, there's not one team is as ready as the Ravens are to go to Super Bowl right away. I don't think he can go anywhere else where they'll be just as good as the Ravens. So for me, I think personally he would just resign. We would just get him back in free agency, unless someone
Mhm.
offers him the greatest contract of all time. And you can't turn it
Yeah.
down.
I mean, I think for my personal opinion, I think Lamar Jackson, if he doesn't get a contract extension before the season, I think he's going to end up signing with the Ravens at some point, even in the offseason. I think that's his team, and he's really a loyal guy, it seems like. But if I had to play a little bit of devil's advocate with you, like
Mm-hmm.
one team I could think of is the Super Bowl ready. I don't really know about the cap space, but I know they have a great quarterback right now, and he's looking like this is his last season in the NFL. I got to go Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Whoa!
If Tom Brady leaves, they slide in Lamar Jackson. If they don't care, if Lamar doesn't care about the money, it's a Super Bowl winning team. It's a playoff winning team right there, division winning team, and yeah, he could excel under that playbook with Todd Bowles. I don't know. That's like a good option. Other than that, come to the Giants, the Jets. I'll take you. Jets have cap space.
Hold up. That but all right. That Brady take is. I'm not gonna lie. That would probably be another one that'd be just as perfect. But the my thing is this. Here's my main thing. If Lamar, let's say what hypothetically speaking, let's say what you said happens, right? Brady retires, Lamar goes to the Buccaneers. I don't think the Buccaneers. No one knows Lamar like the Ravens do, if that makes sense, right? The Buccaneers, in order for Lamar to even have a chance of winning, and I have to say it's because of the way he plays, right? You have to form your offense around him. You have to, right? Do you think the Buccaneers are willing to do that? They have, even if Brady leaves, they still have a good team. You know what I mean? But then you bring in a whole different style of quarterback into that. Does that really is that really what the Buccaneers want to deal with?
Yeah, that's where the thing is. You probably changed up the whole scheme. It's not really worth it. But then again, if you're losing a top quarterback and you still want to stay in contention, you probably do whatever it takes to go and continue to stay winning. But yeah, that's most likely not going to happen. But
Yeah.
you never
But
know. I think he's going to
Tom
stay with the
Brady
Ravens.
Tom Brady at this point is probably going to play till he's 70 years old. So honestly, honestly, I don't know if it's ever going to happen. But no, I'm only kidding. But really quick,
Or Pittsburgh Steelers and another one. Uh, maybe the Dolphins if Tua doesn't do good.
if he went to the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'd probably stop watching football. Oh my god. Oh
Yo,
my.
yo,
What?
think about that Dolphins one real quick. Tua doesn't have a good year this season. Lamar Jackson is a free agent. The Dolphins, if Lamar Jackson doesn't get a contract extension at the beginning of the season and he's a free agent next season, watch out for the Dolphins to actually do something. Because if Tua doesn't produce and doesn't live up to the hype expectations, they still have a good team. They have a really good defense. They got Tyreek Hill. They got Jalen Waddle, Mike Gesicki at tight end. They got a nice offensive line. Not the best, but it's middle pack.
I I tell you what, that offense would be potent. That offense would be dangerous.
Insane.
The the amount of different things that you can do, you can get so creative with that playbook at that point, right? Like you have speed, agility, like it's catching
You know,
ability, like it's weapon.
you know what I would do in the playbook? It would just be Lamar and Tyreek Hill racing to the touchdown, throwing laterals back and forth, like right next to each other. That's the whole playbook.
Oh my gosh, nah, that team would be definitely scary, but um
Let's not let that
it,
happen because I'm a Jets fan.
yeah, if that would happen, that would like basically destroy the Jets as a whole. Like that whole you realize that if that would ever happen, you guys would probably never make the playoffs for the next like another 10 years. Like
Oh, well.
like it'd just be screwed. But really quick, I know I said I wanted to bring up the Lamar Jackson last year for the Ravens just to show
Yeah.
how important he was, right? Really quick. So looking based on the stats, it looks as if Lamar, wait, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then it looks okay. So it looks like he got hurt week 14.
Oh, really?
I'm
That late?
Yeah, it looks like he got hurt week
Really?
14 because the last game it's easy to tell because the way I tell is because he literally leads like every single stat every single time he plays, right? So in other words, once it stopped saying Jackson, I could pretty much assume that he got hurt, right? And the last game that he played in, he led the team. But when Lamar Jackson was playing, right? 6, 7, 8. When Lamar Jackson
Your
was
camera's
playing,
out.
oh my camera went out. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh! Of course, of course. 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
That was you're up to 8 seconds.
All right, I'm back. I'm back.
That's
Okay.
10 seconds.
All right, let's do that again. All right. So when Lamar is playing, and I want to make sure my math is correct, right? He played up to week 13 and he had 8 wins. So overall, what is that? 8 and
Do they have a bye week? Then it'd be 8-4 because they play 12 games.
oh yes, it was a bye week. Sorry. So I was correct. Yeah. What's it called? It'd be 12 games.
Yeah, so
Correct?
8-4. Yeah.
8-4, right? After Lamar got hurt, they lost every single game afterwards and ended the season 8-9.
And in last place.
And in last place. with basically in a nutshell, just to make it easier, without Lamar Jackson, the Ravens don't win games. This is that simple. They need him. So the Ravens, listen to me, man. Just throw the entire thing at him. Just give him as much money as he needs. I don't care. I don't care, bro. As
Of
long as
course,
it's not
you're not giving the money up.
as long as it's not like ridiculous. As like if I'm not against making him the highest paid quarterback in the league. I'm really not. I'm really not. He might not be, not he's not the best quarterback in the league, but I'm not against making him the highest paid because I think that's how much he is worth to us.
Yeah, he's a former MVP. He's one of the most winningest quarterbacks by record in the NFL. So, I mean, the accolades are there for him.
The only thing that's not there is the Super Bowl and the playoffs.
Obviously,
That's the only thing he's not proven in yet, but he will be once you give him the contract. But yeah,
but yeah, that's all we got on Lamar Jackson. Chat, what do you guys think? Do you think Lamar Jackson's gonna stay with the Ravens, or is he gonna go to another team? Let us know. But while you're doing that, let's get into this next topic I want to get into, and it goes into the NBA season projections. So, what you might not know about that is the ESPN they go over where they think that each team's gonna rank in the West and the East. So 1 through 15 in the West, 1 through 15 in the East. They give you who's gonna be first, who's gonna be second, predictions up next season, pretty much. But I have the list right here, Eric, and I'm just gonna go through them
I'm excited.
real
I'm
quick.
excited for this one.
You want me to go 15 to 1 or 1 to 15?
I feel like we should go 1 to 15.
All right. Let's start off with the West, the wild, wild West.
Wild
At
West.
number one, they have the Phoenix Suns repeating. At number two, they have the Golden State Warriors. At number three, they got the Denver Nuggets. Number four, the Memphis Grizzlies. Number five, the LA Clippers. Number six, the Dallas Mavericks. Number seven.
Wait, pause.
Yep,
Really quick. I wish JoJo Buckets was here. I wish he was here because the conversation I had with the kid afterwards was insane. And he called me crazy for saying that the Lakers are not going to be a top 5 seed. But continue. Matter of fact, I'm about to text him and join up really quick. Go ahead.
Do it. Definitely. But LA Clippers at 5, Dallas Mavericks at 6. You got the Timberwolves at 7, and now 7 through 10 are playing spots. So Timberwolves at 7, Pelicans at 8, Lakers at 9, Blazers at 10, Kings at 11, Jazz at 12th, 13th OKC, Spurs 14th, and the worst team in the West, the Houston Rockets at 15.
Okay, that's not a perfect list. I will say that right there. That's not, at least not my ideal world.
They got some things right. I have to agree.
Yeah, some things right. So, I know this is about to annoy you, but all right. The Suns, Warriors, Nuggets, okay, Grizzlies, Clippers was 5.
Clippers, yeah.
That's literally the top 5 that I had. But in that order, I personally probably put the Grizzlies higher. Probably put them 3rd.
Really?
I think their team chemistry is everything, and they're young and they're hungry. I'm all for it. You know what I mean? As long as nobody gets hurt, I think they are a team to be a force to be reckoned with. I'd probably put the Warriors number 1 and switch the Suns out. You know what I mean? Just because I feel like the Warriors, now that with Clay back, I feel like that's the real reason why the Warriors they were the 3rd seed last year, and now they got their team back and they won the championship. So why can't they be the best team in the league? You know what I mean? So I'd probably put the Warriors number 1, switch that, right? Number 6, who's at the number 6? I'm a little vague. I'm not gonna lie.
The Mavs.
The Mavs, and who's under the Mavs?
Timberwolves, Pelicans, Lakers.
Mavs
at 9.
Okay. Timberwolves, Pelicans, Lakers. Who's the last play-in spot?
Blazers.
Me personally, actually, no, the Mavs are going to be good this year with Christian Wood. I keep forgetting Christian Wood's there. That's the only person I keep forgetting about.
Speak wisely. Speak wisely.
I mean, but is Luka really that guy? That's the
Stop
main
it.
question.
Stop.
That's the main question. Is Luka
Of
really
course
that guy?
he is. Of course he is.
Because Christian Wood, if I'm looking at the matchup between them and the Timberwolves, right? Granted, no one's realistic. The only person that's gonna really guard Luka well that I can think on the top of my head, if we're thinking superstars, Anthony Edwards, right? They don't have Patrick Beverly anymore, right? You don't think Anthony Edwards could do a decent job on Luka? I think
Anthony Edwards is great on the offensive end. I think Luka would sauce him on the defensive end.
I listen,
But
Luka,
then it goes the same way because Luka gets sauced on the defensive end too.
no doubt, no doubt. But the thing is, if I look at it, their new so-called like great asset that they add, Christian Wood, I think Christian Wood is losing that matchup against Rudy Gobert by far.
Stop it.
You think Christian Wood can beat Rudy Gobert in a matchup?
Nah, I just don't like Rudy Gobert.
Hey man, no, bro. I understand we don't like. I don't like Rudy Gobert realistically, but I know that Rudy Gobert defensively is more superior than Christian Wood is offensively, right? I think, and then you on top of it, you got who's guarding Cat? Dwight Powell, like
yeah.
I know I know he's good, but I mean, as long as they just slap Cat a couple times, he'll just start raging and get a flagrant. I mean, that's what we saw in the playoffs last year. So, but
That's the strategy.
it's terrible. But then on top of it, I think the Timberwolves have the potential to be better than the Mavericks. I probably put the Timberwolves above the Mavericks, in my opinion. I probably would, because I don't think Mavericks. I understand Christian Wood is nice, but I don't think the Mavericks are that good. Like I really don't. I think I forgot about Spencer Dinwiddie, but still, I don't think the Mavericks are that good. I think the Timberwolves can be better than them. Go ahead.
You're not gonna like my list. That's
hold
for
up.
sure.
Hold up. Let me finish with and then
No. Of course.
All right. So then you had Mavericks, Timberwolves, and then
Pelicans,
Lakers. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, disrespecting the Lakers right there is crazy. I understand that Zion's coming back and the Pelicans do look mean, right? But we haven't seen that full squad together yet, and we have seen the Lakers together. I mean, I could see it. I probably put them there, right? But overall, that is tough just to think about the Lakers being the second to last team to play in. And then they had the Trailblazers. And then who's on the Trailblazers?
The Kings, the Jazz, OKC, Spurs, and Rockets.
Okay, I'm gonna fix that really quick. Because the bottom, I don't agree with at all. I'm not gonna lie to you. Who is Donovan Mitchell still? Ooh, Donovan Mitchell's still there. Okay. I'm thinking Donovan Mitchell already got traded. The Trailblazers, Dame is back. All right, Dame. I'll put the Trailblazers there. The Kings, okay, right? Utah Jazz. I don't think the Rockets are gonna be the. I think this is a hot take. The Jazz might be the worst team. Like even with Donovan Mitchell, maybe okay, because if we consider everyone healthy, OKC is a decent young team. The Rockets, I think, are going to be better next year. Oh, but they're missing Christian Wood.
Yeah, but they got Jabari Brown.
He hasn't been playing well though.
He's been all right.
Yeah, but you can't be all right in the summer league. You get popped. If you're all right in the summer league, you get popped in the NBA.
Fair enough.
All right, the Rockets might be again the worst team in the league. I mean, worst team in the West at least. But I think I'm just gonna say I don't know if it's just me hating the Jazz. I'm gonna say the Thunder are gonna have a better record than the Jazz because Shai, however you say it, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, freaking Chet Holmgren when he comes in. I know you don't like him, but he's a good player to have on their team. They have a decent squad, even though it's like just mediocre. They do have a semi-decent squad.
No, they have a great young squad.
Exactly.
So that's your 15 in the West?
Yeah, I'll do that. But for the most part, you guys get my gist though.
All right, I made my own list. So for the top 3, I agree with the ESPN report. I have Suns at 1, Warriors at 2, and the Nuggets at 3. I think the Nuggets at top 3 is a safe thing to bet with Jamal Murray coming back, Michael Porter Jr. coming back, and Jokic. Forget about it. At number 4 and 5, I had some little mix-up. I just switched Memphis with LA Clippers. I think LA Clippers are going to be 4. I think Grizzlies are going to be 5. I think everyone knows about this, but this LA Clippers team made the 8th seed with Luke Kennard, Amir Coffey, and some other young guys, and Reggie Jackson. Like, with no Paul George and no Kawhi Leonard, imagine adding this team. They're
Yeah.
definitely a top 4 team in my opinion. They're great defensively, and they can produce great offense as well. This team's a top 4 team. So I have Clippers at 4.
And John Wall
Oh my
added to
gosh,
it.
and John Wall. The
I might
Clippers might
take that
be the
too.
underdog to even contend for a title this year. That's literally a scary team if they all
I'm
stay
expecting a
healthy.
lot. I'll change that after you're done. I'll change that after you're done.
But so Clippers at 4, Grizzlies at 5. I still have the Mavs at 6. My trust is in Luka Doncic and Christian Wood, I think, and they got Spencer Dinwiddie as a 6-man. I think it's gonna be a good combination for them. At number 7 and 8, I have a mix-up as well. I have Timberwolves at 7, and no, I have Pelicans at 7, Timberwolves at 8. I just think Timberwolves drop down one because I think Zion, when he comes back healthy, that's a dangerous team. And this Pelicans team is still the same team that almost beat the Suns in the first round. Like, this is a scary team with CJ McCollum, and now you add Zion Williamson. That's a good team. And Timberwolves at 8. I just don't. I don't know. I think they have a lot of talent, but they gave up a lot of depth, and that's my
That is
only
true.
issue.
Very true.
After that, I got Lakers at 9, same thing. Blazers at 10, Kings at 11, OKC. I pushed them up a spot there at 12, in my opinion. I think they're going to be close for that 10th spot. I have the Rockets at 13. I think they're another young team that could be really good. I got the Jazz at 14, and I have the San Antonio Spurs as the worst team in the West at 15.
That's who I was looking for. It wasn't the Jazz. I didn't mention the Spurs. They're going to be the worst team in the NBA. You can keep everything else. Honestly, I don't even care about the Thunder. I just didn't agree with the fact that the Rockets were last. I don't think the Rockets are going to be last again. The Spurs suck. The Spurs are going to be bad this year.
They got Keldon Johnson, and he's a really good player, but that's not going to be enough.
It's definitely not going to be enough. He might be up for most improved because he might get the ball a lot more, but
most definitely.
I have to agree with you in the fact I might have to bump the Clippers up. I might see if we're talking about regular season. Wow, the Grizzlies really might be the 5th seed. I don't like that though. The West is stacked. Like, team-wise, they are stacked. But the East is stacked too. The NBA, I'm telling you, this is a peak. Like, this is peak talent right now. I'm saying it. I think
you don't think it gets better than this?
Well, okay. It could possibly be better, but as of right now, right, this is the most competitive that I've ever seen the NBA. Obviously, I haven't watched in the 90s and certain things like that. But when it goes down to team after team, we're talking whoever is a champ. As of right now, we're looking at projections, right? Championship contender-wise, the first 5 teams in the West are like neck and neck. You know what I mean? Like, it's close. It's very close to call. So I don't even know about that. Afterwards, you can be like, all right, they're good, but relax. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I think this is the most talented I've ever seen the NBA as well. Like, in terms of each team has a superstar that's a young superstar that has potential and keep on growing. And not to mention, like you said, there's a lot of competition. Like, top six seeds are competing for a championship. When back then, even in 2016, it was always Cavs and Warriors, Cavs and Warriors, Cavs and Warriors.
and
now
wasn't
you
a
just
question.
see it. Yeah, like, you obviously knew that was locked, and now it's like, okay, you got more competition. Like, it's exciting to watch.
Most definitely. But
I get to the east, my friend.
yeah,
From the
this
west
is.
side to the east side, where we
I'm
are
not gonna
from,
like
my
this.
friend.
I'm not gonna
You're not
like
gonna.
this.
You're not gonna like it?
I don't think I'm gonna like this.
I don't think so either. But 1 through 15 again, right?
Yeah. Oh God.
So these are ESPN's 1 through 15 seeds for the East. Number 1, they have the Boston Celtics. Number 2, tied with the same record, the Milwaukee Bucks. And number
They have
3,
the record there.
yeah, I just don't want to list all these numbers because it's confusing.
Yeah. What the? How do they predict the what? That's so. That's OD.
Yeah.
That's dragged. I'm sorry. It's so dragged.
Yeah. Celtics and Bucks tied for Celtics at 1, Bucks at 2, Heat at 3, 76ers at 4, Raptors at 5, Hawks at 6, Cleveland Cavaliers at 7, The Bulls at 8. Brooklyn Nets at 9. New York
Oh,
Knicks at 10. Uh, the Hornets at 11. The Wizards at 12. The Pistons at 13. The Magic at 14. And the worst team in the East,
the
according to
Pacers.
ESPN, is the Pacers.
Nah, not feeling that. All right, wait, hold up. I'll give you my list right now. Okay. Number one, I'm flip flopping. I'm going the Bucks. Number one. They're. I think they're. We saw this year that the Boston. You don't know what's going into the season. They started off so badly.
That's true.
You know what I mean? The Bucks. I'm confident in them always being good. She said, "I'm sorry." Oh, Ophelia Hunt said, "I'm sorry, I'm late." I think D&E should own that quote. Let's give it a D&E. Yeah, I like
Oh,
that.
love that.
Let's give it a D&E as a whole. What's it called? But I'm going Bucks 1. I will go Celtics 2. I like that. Right? Miami 3. Um This is where it gets tricky for me, in my opinion.
Tricky.
I think it gets trickier. I will give it to Philly though. I'll give it to Philly. Philly 4. 5. This is in the sense that everyone's healthy,
Of
right?
course. Yeah.
This is in the sense that
Yeah.
everyone's healthy.
And no trades have happened.
Yeah, no trades have happened yet. Um, I'll give it to Toronto. I would give it to Toronto.
So you agree with ESPN right now so far, except
And
for the Bucks and
except
Celtics.
except for the Boston Celtics. Now 6. Oof. Oh, this is tough, because we're right now. We're realistically like I'm thinking about the Hawks right now. That's who I'm thinking about, right? And like I can't bet on a team that I've never seen play in the NBA. Yes, you can go to the pro-am all you want. Trae Young, Trae Young and Dejounte Murray doing stuff in the pro-am doesn't mean nothing to me. It's just they're just building team chemistry. That's if anything, right? But that's not the whole entire Hawks team. So for that reason, I'm going to go in the regular season. Oh my god! If everyone's healthy, I'll go Chicago. And then I'll go, nah. No, I'm bugging. No, I'm going to go Cleveland. I'm going to go Cleveland. I'm going to go Cleveland. Then I'm going to go Chicago. And then I'm going to go Atlanta Hawks.
Hawks at 8. Okay.
Yeah, Hawks at 8. And then I'll give it to the Brooklyn Nets. And then I'm going to say the New York Knicks. Right? Then I'm going to actually, no. Hot take. I'm going to give it to the Washington Wizards. I'm going to give I think the Washington Wizards are going to be better than the Wizards. How's that funny? They're getting Bradley Beal back. How's that funny? Bradley Beal was one of the top scorers in the league.
Oh
If not, when Bradley Beal was playing, he was literally he was at first before Curry went crazy. He averaged the most points in the league.
And they were still losing. Yeah, you're so funny, Eric.
Dude.
You're so
And
funny.
the Knicks weren't? Wait, I'm confused.
So
The Knicks
funny. You think that the Washington Wizards are gonna make the 10th seed over the New York Knicks and the
100%.
Charlotte Hornets?
I think they're a better team. Wait, hold up. No, because you have to remember the Charlotte Hornets don't have Miles Bridges.
No, he ain't still there.
Isn't he getting locked up?
No. I told you, superstars don't get locked up.
Oh,
they go to the fancy jail. They go to the fancy jail. They pay the fines, and then go back to the NBA
Miles
clothes.
Bridges is done. Miles Bridges is done. I don't think.
Is he? Chat. Help us out. You think is Miles Bridges done? Because I thought he's still good.
I think by the time the NBA season comes around, Miles Bridges is not going to be playing basketball. He's not going to be because he was stupid. That's basically what it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they do they have Gordon Hayward coming back? I don't even know what the word was.
Yeah, Gordon Hayward's back. LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Michael Jordan.
I'm sticking with it. I'm gonna go Wizards 10.
Gosh, I mean, I know Kyle Kuzma's good.
Westbrook and Bradley Beal. This is before Westbrook started playing bad, right? But when they were with Westbrook and Bradley Beal, they were nice. They were decent. They were a playing team. And they almost made it out. I don't even know if I don't think did they make it out the play-in? I don't even remember that year.
No, they didn't.
What's it called? But I can tell you one thing. They battled to make it out the play-in. What's it called?
Yeah.
They are playing with now you just trade basically Russell Westbrook like for K Kuz. Who else did they get in that trade? I forget.
KCP, which they traded
KCP.
away for Will Barton and
Exactly.
someone
Like
else, and Monty
they,
Morris.
now you just add Bradley Beal to that. Like
That's it.
they're going to be a good team. Daniel Gafford's coming back. They're gonna be a good team.
Thomas Bryant's on the Lakers. I forgot,
Yeah, he's
but
gone. But
yeah,
they're gonna be a decent team. What's it
that's a
called?
that's a decent team, but I don't know if it's better than the Knicks. I'm sorry.
I'm going Washington Wizards. After this, how about this? After this, I'll pull it up. We can go. According to ESPN, we can go starter for starter, right? Matchup for matchup,
Fair
and
enough.
we'll go see who's better, right? But I got the Wizards, right? Then it's between the Knicks and the Hornets. They're like teeter-tat. They're close in my opinion. They're very close. I'm gonna give it to the Knicks, and then
Oh,
I'm going
thanks.
Hornets. I'm gonna go Hornets, and then after that, I mean, does it really matter? What's it called? I'll go. Does it even matter, bro? Like, does it? I'll go. I'll go. Orlando, Detroit, and Pacers.
All right. Can I do my top 10, my top 15 real quick?
Yes, of course. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Can you? I want to
All right.
hear it because you might have the Knicks at the 6th seed for all I know.
Yeah. I mean, I actually do have the New York Knicks are my number one seed, to be honest.
All right, you know what? All right, hold up. Jojo Bucket said I can't chat, but listening. Really quick,
Awesome.
David, before you do it, can you just list the top 5 that no, list the top 10 because then he could hear it. List the top 10 in the West, really quick for Jojo Buckets that ESPN came out with, not
Okay.
me. ESPN. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Number 1, the Suns. Number 2, the Warriors. Number 3, the Nuggets. Number 4, the Grizzlies. Number 5, LA Clippers. Number 6, Dallas Mavericks. Number 7, Timberwolves. Number 8, Pelicans. Number 9, Los Angeles Lakers. And number 10, Blazers.
Okay, so, but I was called crazy for saying the Lakers are a top 5 seed. I just wanted you to hear that, Jojo Buckets. I know you can't respond, which is even better because you're definitely sitting there like squeezing. But what's it? I just wanted you to hear that really quick. But
But
either way, Dave, you can go back to your East predictions now.
all right, my East. This is my list compared to ESPN's list. I agree. I think the top 3 I agree with. I think Celtics at 1, Bucks at 2, Heat at 3. I think those are pretty much the top 3 teams in the East on lock, in my opinion. I disagree with 4 and 5, though. I think the 76ers drop down to 5 and the Raptors go up to 4. I think the Raptors are always one of those underrated teams because they don't have like that superstar, like
Yes.
how they say Hollywood lights on them. Like who they have, Pascal Siakam, Scotty Barnes has been coming into form. Like he's going to have a spectacular second year jump, in my opinion. Not to mention they have a lot of bench pieces as well. Ochura, it's they have a lot of Fred VanVleet as well. They got and Gary Trent Jr. Oh my gosh, this team's like a really good team. That's why I have them at 4. Number 5, 76ers. Number 6, I have the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, I do. The reason being is that I think, and this is all if there's no trades, KD stays where he is, Kyrie stays where he is, and like everyone plays and no injuries, right? This is the world that we're in right now. If KD and Kyrie Irving play, this team is a top 6 team. And not to mention the additions they have. Joe Harris is coming back. They signed TJ Warren to I think is a great signing for the Brooklyn Nets. They had phenomenal signings. They still have Nicholas Claxton. They got Patty Mills. They got a lot of great players around him. So I still think that the Brooklyn Nets can make a top 6 seed at number 6. At number 7, I have the Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, ESPN had Atlanta Hawks at 6. I move them down to 7. I like DeJounte Murray. I like Trae Young. I like that team, but I just don't think they're going to be better than top 6 teams that I listed, but they're still going to be good for the play-in. And potentially at number 6, because who knows? At number 8, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers. At number 9, I have the Chicago Bulls. They dropped down from 8 to 9, in my opinion.
Wow.
Yeah, I think what they showed me in the playoffs, it just scares me. It really did. like how bad they played against the Bucks. It was absolutely horrendous. At number 10, I have my New York Knicks barely making a play-in spot. Now, if they get Donovan Mitchell, they're up to the top 6 seed. But right now, I think they're a solid team. They can still make the play-in tournament. At number 11, I have the Charlotte Hornets. Now, this is because if Miles Bridges is there, this is what I'm thinking. At number 12, I have the Washington Wizards. Number 13, the Pistons. Number 14, the Magic. And number 15, the Pacers.
Okay. You have the Washington Wizards that low.
I have 12.
I just don't. I mean, I don't agree with it entirely. I mean, I'll let it that's your opinion, so I'm gonna respect it, right? But we're gonna go into the
Of
Washington
course.
Wizards
You're going to respect it because it's right.
Whoa, now slow down there, buddy. Slow down there. But hold up. I'm trying to pull up the Knicks depth chart. And it's not coming up. I don't know if it's because I'm on the computer.
Because it's too overpowered that you can't even pull it up.
Yeah, you and Julius Randle. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, because it has me lagging. All right, so I'll try to pull it up on my phone instead. But
All right.
what's it called? I will say I could see the reason I have the Nets so low. I don't know if Jojo Buckets heard this, but I have the Nets at 9, I think, right? Or
Yeah, you did.
or
9.
8, somewhere around play-in. I have them in the play-in, right? The reason I have them so low is I don't know what to expect from them. It's as simple as that. Because like if it's just KD and Kyrie again, I don't think it's gonna be enough to. It's gonna. I could see where you can have them top 6, but the main person is Ben Simmons. I think Ben Simmons, if he performs, this team becomes absolutely insane. Like absolutely insane. Like competing for a top like seed insane. It's that amazing. But it all depends on how good he is. It really does. But really quick, let me see if I can pull up. Can you not pull up the depth chart on? Okay, David, I might need you to do me a favor.
All right, I got you.
My thing. You just go on ESPN and go to Knicks and then click depth. See if it pops up for you. I'm gonna try to do the Wizards on here because you can't pull up on your phone for some reason. Shout out to ESPN for being ESPN.
Thank you, ESPN. Thank you for the top 15 too. The 1 through 15.
You. I mean, I'm not mad. Usually the lists are absolutely terrible. So
yeah, I only had to do a couple of tweaks.
Yeah, they should. I swear we went through the depth chart literally the other day. Like we went through someone's depth chart the other day. Who was it? I forgot.
I don't know. The Lakers.
Yeah, they're not giving me a depth chart for some reason on the Wizards.
I have the Knicks right now.
You have it up? It says it?
Yeah. I'm just gonna project the starting lineup because based off of the roster they give me.
So they're not giving you a projection because last time they gave a projection for the Lakers.
No, they didn't give me a projection.
Jalen Brunson's not starting or something.
No, he's there. It's just like I'll show you. Like this is how I have it. Okay. You can see it.
All right, let me put up the Washington Wizards. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. At point guard, we'll start off with the point guard. I got Jalen Brunson. And who's your point guard for the Wizards?
My point guard is probably going to be Monte Morris.
Monte Morris. I'm taking Jalen Brunson over Monte Morris. Chat, what do you think? Jalen Brunson, Monte Morris?
Of course. Jalen Brunson, of course.
Okay, so that's 1 for the Knicks. At shooting guard, we got... Ooh, who should I put as shooting guard? Interesting. This is great.
It's realistically doesn't matter because...
Fair enough.
I got Bradley Beal. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, let's go Quentin Grimes at shooting guard.
Whoa, really? Yeah. Starting?
Yeah.
Over Evan Fournier.
Evan Fournier has been up and down, I think. I mean,
hold up. Keep going.
Maybe just because it's how Tom Thibodeau coaches, maybe you'll put Evan Fournier in. Yeah, so we'll go Evan Fournier. You're right.
All right. Well, either way, I got Bradley Beal. So
okay, I say same thing. Bradley Beal. So 1-1. At small forward, I got R.J. Barrett.
Kyle Kuzma.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm taking R.J.
What did R.J. average last season?
20. He was in the 20s.
I have Kyle Kuzma with 17 points, 8 rebounds. Well, if I'm rounding up, 17 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists.
Let me get RJ real quick. Hold up. My phone's chat. What do you think? RJ, what are you taking? RJ or Kyle Kuzma?
Most people are gonna take RJ.
RJ averaged 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists.
I'll give you RJ. I'll give it to you.
I'm going RJ too. Now into the power forward, obviously Julius Randle.
I think it's gonna end up being. They could go double bigs, or they could put Rui Hachimura at the power forward. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do double bigs, right? I'm gonna put Daniel Gafford at the 4.
All right. In my opinion, I have Julius Randle over Daniel Gafford.
I'll give it to you. And then at the center position,
So that's
Kristaps.
3-1. Knicks.
Yeah, it's 3-1.
Oh, Kristaps Porzingis. Yeah, I forgot he was on the Wizards. At center, Kristaps, and at center, I got Mitchell Robinson.
I'm going Kristaps.
I would go Kristaps too. So that's 3-2 in favor of the Knicks.
Okay, that is 3-2 in favor of the Knicks. However, y'all do not have a game changer on your team.
What do you mean?
Who? Yo,
RJ Barrett is a game changer.
Oh, he's not even an all-star. Stop. Bradley Beal is a game changer. People on the Wizards can slow down your starters. Kyle Kuzma and RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett gets it, but not by much, in my opinion. Not by much. It's very close to call. The only clear-cut thing that you have right now is the point guard. Everything else is pretty. I have the shooting guard. You have the point guard. Everything else is pretty much how they play across the board. Because Julius Randle is up and down. I think the Wizards are going to be better than you guys next year. I'm telling you, man.
All right. I guess we got to wait until October to find out. But
unfortunately, we do.
But there you go. That was a little quick. It's like, how do we call that game? Tit for tat?
Yeah, tit for tat.
Tit for tat. Very good. Comparing lineups. But let's go into this next topic I have. That was the NBA 1 through 15 on the West and the East, and we gave our little predictions as well. Now let's get into a little bit of Let me go soccer. Let's go soccer. Let's get into soccer.
Yeah.
A little bit of football, a little bit of soccer.
Footy.
And it's this topic that we're talking about today is there's tension in Paris Saint-Germain. And for anyone who doesn't know that, that's the French team, the big French team in Ligue 1. But this team contains Messi, Mbappe, Neymar as the top 3 guys. And there's been a little bit of how do I say this?
Beef.
Bad stuff. Beef. There you go. Beef between Kylian Mbappe and Neymar. I don't know. I don't have the exact quotes of what they said, but to like paraphrase, they basically said Neymar didn't like the contract that Mbappe was given, and Mbappe didn't like the control that Neymar was given, which is why he had the contract.
So what we got here is 2 egotistical maniacs going back at each other. That's what's happening.
And it's proving on the pitch that neither one wants to really play.
It's actually insane what's going on in PSG right now. But I'm gonna let you continue before I even comment on it.
No, the question I want to ask for you is actually a couple of questions, but my first one is, if you had to agree with one person in this scenario, and I know you're a Neymar fan, but who would you agree with?
Neymar, easily.
Neymar?
No, full unbiased. Why? Because there's no way a player should be a sporting director on the team. Sorry, that you was mad with the power that Neymar was given. He basically was just given a humongous contract, and you knew that when he came in, he was going to be a big piece to the freaking team, right? He was just getting paid a lot, but you have power. Like he has say in literally the sporting director. He has say on who plays on the team. He can make moves like that.
Yeah,
that's way too much power for a player. He thinks he's way too, and you see it on the fields. Dude thinks he's freaking some type
hot
of
stuff.
almighty king. Like what? Who are you? No offense, but like realistically, All you have is a bunch of League One trophies and a World Cup. Right? I understand it's amazing. Don't get me wrong. I'm like belittling it. Don't get me wrong. Having a World Cup and also being the youngest player ever to win the World Cup is amazing.
He didn't do it by himself.
And he didn't do it by himself, and he also was a starter. Right? That's a big thing. Freaking what? 18 years old? You know how mad that is? He was doing people up at 18 years old in the World Cup. Jesus. But either way, you still have a lot left to accomplish. Champions League, Ballon d'Or. You understand what I'm saying? When it comes to club soccer, you just no offense, you are a League One merchant though. Like let's call it how it is. It's amazing to win League One. Don't get me wrong, but bro, don't let's slow it down a little bit. The best trophy you have right now is the World Cup. You after the World Cup, you thought he was some type of almighty great dude. He's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but bro, sporting director is crazy. At that age, too, isn't it probably like 24, 23, 24? Like, what are we talking about?
I don't even know.
I'll look it up, but go ahead.
This is where it upsets me, is when I see really talented young players get greedy and selfish, and it just messes them up for the rest of their career. Hopefully this is not going to be Kylian Mbappe in the future, but right now it's trending towards that. He's just like I saw Eric, you sent me this. Mbappe on one play, he didn't get the ball right away, and at the end of the play, he could have had a cross, and he just stopped playing. He literally stopped and walked to the sideline.
It's even more crazy because if you watch the highlights of the game, I actually watched the highlights of that game today, right? So I'm a little bit late on it, right? And that was against I can't pronounce the team name, right? It's like Montpellier or Monterlep.
Montpellier.
All I know is that Miss Randazzo would be disappointed in me right now.
Miss Randazzo would love our pronunciation right now.
What's it called? Really quick. Ophelia Hahn, she says, and throw temper tantrums. And then she goes, and really he needs to sit down. Hey, let's just be real. Like, when it comes to like Ronaldo and Messi and stuff like that, you're not even touching. You don't sniff them. I'm sorry. You don't sniff them. You don't. As a matter of fact, I'll go as far as saying I still think you're not even the best French player to ever play the game. Let's just be real. I would give that miles ahead for Zidane, Thierry Henry. The list goes on, to be honest with you, right? But regardless, in that game in general, Mbappe would get mad every single time he wouldn't get that ball, like every single time, right? And there was times I was looking at the highlights, he would get the ball, and specifically, it was weird, odd enough. One person would always be screaming for the ball and would low-key be wide open at the time. And he would just never give him the ball. He would either shoot or he would do something else that would probably like not be the best decision, but it would work out because he's that great of a player. I'm not going to lie. And guess who that player was?
Neymar.
Exactly. If you go watch the highlights, a lot of them consist of Neymar screaming to get the ball. You know what I mean? But then also the highlights show Neymar and Messi linking so well. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, Neymar looks like Barcelona Neymar right now. Like, he looks insane.
Yeah, he's on fire right now.
He's on fire right now. The goals that he's scoring, the way he's moving, how fluid he is, he looks absolutely insane. You know what I mean? And him and Messi are linking perfectly, right? But it's just two of them, because you don't see Mbappe. If you interject Mbappe into that, if he wants to work together like teammates, it would be unstoppable. It'd literally be unstoppable. No, I don't see any defender stopping that front three, right? However, it feels like the way I was watching those highlights, and I want to be able to catch a PSG game soon, but it looked like Mbappe and then Messi and Neymar. That's what it looked like. You don't understand what I'm saying? So it looked like he was kind of just trying to do everything himself when he had the ball, and then when Messi and Neymar would link, it would look like they were trying to do everything together, and that's just another toxic thing, right?
It's like they're versing each other while versing another team.
Exactly,
that's literally what it is.
Who can do what better, right?
More.
That's if you watch highlights, that's exactly what it looks like. I'm not even kidding, and it's crazy because they're that good to do that and still beat the team. They won 5-2 that game. They killed
Montpellier.
Right? But there was one, obviously, the scene, right? What's it called? The ball's across the field, and they could switch to Mbappe, but they chose not to. And Mbappe literally waved his hands and literally just stopped playing. And I've never that was so embarrassing in my opinion, right? And PSG still almost scored on that play, right?
Yeah, if you would have made the run, they would have scored.
They probably would have had a better opportunity to score, but they still found a way to get through. They just ended up missing it as a whole. There was another play though in that game that I want to talk about really quick. Mbappe had took in the first penalty, right? There was a penalty given away, and Mbappe took the first penalty, and he missed. The goalkeeper saved it. Next penalty comes in. Neymar steps up to take it, and Mbappe doesn't seem too keen on it. Now I'm not gonna like overhype it like the media does, right? Because realistically, all what happened was Mbappe shoved Messi, right? He gave him a little shoulder bump and moved him out the way. And Messi looked back at him like, "Are you crazy?" Right? And then he went up to Neymar and went like, you know how soccer players go like this when they're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like he went to Neymar while Neymar was putting the ball on the penalty spot, and he was like talking like this. And then afterwards, he just walked away. Right? He did look a little bit displeased, right? But it like people make it seem as if like he was raging. That was not the case, right? But he did look a little bit upset. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? And Neymar took the penalty, and Neymar scored, right? But however, in Mbappe's contract, apparently, it's stated that Mbappe is supposed to be the penalty kick taker on every single penalty, and he's also supposed to be the free kick taker.
Oh my gosh!
In that game, Messi and Neymar took they were the only two standing above the free kick. Mbappe was not in that conversation. It was always Messi and Neymar. Rightfully so, because they're better free kick takers.
Yes.
Right? But overall, with all that information, what do you think about that right there?
What I think is that Mbappe is turning into a selfish, greedy little kid. He's a little kid with a lot of money. That's literally what he's adding like. He's literally a little kid with a lot of money. And that's just the mentality, like the selfishness, the greediness. He knows that he can't win a game with him by himself, right? Like he just knows that. Like if he goes to La Liga or Premier League or Serie A to be even like the Bundesliga, he can't win a game by himself. It's just you need to work as a team. It's literally that simple. I will say this about Mbappe right now. After this, pretty much I've lost like pretty much all of my respect to him. I used to like him. I think he was a young, great player, but after everything with his contract and how much he wants from the team and how he's one of the part of the sporting directors and how he's going against his team, I just lost all respect to him. I just don't think that he will ever thrive, and no team will thrive under those conditions. I'm gonna be honest with you, PSG is not gonna win a Champions League like this. Obviously they weren't gonna win one before. Boom! PSG fans got roasted. But this belittles their chances. This littles their chances even more. But I will say this: Mbappe will never thrive. Will never thrive if he continues to act like this. It's pretty obvious, guys. When you don't want to work as a team and you want to be by yourself, his career is going to go downhill. And it's so sad because he has a lot of potential. But if he keeps on acting like this, I'm not surprised if Mbappe is not really a top striker, a top player in a couple of years. The way he's acting.
Honestly, I would say Mbappe will always be a top striker regardless because he's going to put up numbers. He's always going to put up numbers, right?
No team wants him.
The thing is, a team would want him. Let's be real. A team, no, hear me out. A team would want him. However, he just won't win, right? He'll win, like, if he stays in Liga, be top scorer with PSG, probably win the league every single time. But when it comes down to, like, certain things like Champions League and certain things like that, like, he just wouldn't win. He just would never win the Champions League. Probably would never win the Ballon d'Or either. Like, it's certain things like that come down to it, right? Now, what I'm not saying is that Mbappe will never win a Ballon d'Or regardless, because he can change over time. You know what I mean? It can change. But really quick before I go into what I'm saying, also I just want to give Ophelia Hines show her comments really quick. She said, not a one-man show, which we know it wouldn't work out anyway. True. Right? She said something else has to be going on there because why are they giving him so much? He's one person. Simply because of the fact they don't want to lose him. Wouldn't you agree?
Young, and he's a lot of potential, yeah.
Like the potential, we're talking about the first player to be the youngest player to score in the World Cup final. I also believe be the youngest player to win the World Cup final and also start. right?
Let's just say he has the potential of being one of the greatest, and
Exactly.
that's
Mind you, the person that held that record before Mbappe came along was Pelé, right? And
Ronaldo. Oh,
mm, get out of here, bro. What's it
Ronaldo.
called? And Pelé is like we obviously
Legendary,
like Pelé is
legendary.
a legendary. You know what I mean? Obviously legendary. Whatever you think of him, no one whatever you think of Pelé. Some people think that he played against farmers. Some people respect him, right? Regardless, he's a legend. He's a pioneer of the game. You know what I mean? So that just to put in perspective how decent Mbappe is. Also, she says too much division because of all this. Yes, and she goes, "You already lost me. Look at what he's doing to the team." She said, "Not with that attitude." Yeah.
Hmm.
Overall, I agree with you, but I will say this. David said they were never winning a Champions League regardless, right? Because PSG Champions League less
Yep.
team.
Boo.
Yeah, they the history from PSG. That's
Screw
what he's
him.
saying. But honestly, if Mbappe would get, I want to say certain words, but I don't want to disrespect him, so I'm not going to. But the
Do
words
it.
I'm thinking of
Disrespect him.
has to do with a tail and his head, right? And just removing
Reiterate.
certain things from certain areas. You picking up
So
what I'm putting
getting his tail out of his butt,
down? No. His head.
out of his butt.
Feel me? But different. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, but I'm not gonna say. I'm not disrespecting Mbappe. You know what I mean? If he's
you are.
listening,
You are. I'm just reiterating what you said.
no, I didn't say that though. I didn't say that. I didn't. Did those words come out of my mouth?
Yes, we're gonna dub him over. Don't worry. When Instagram, I'm gonna edit them, and you're gonna see your list moving in my voice.
No. What's it called? If he would just wake up and realize what he has in front of him, bro. If Mbappe decided to work together like a unit with Messi and Neymar and learn from them as well, the way they move off the ball, the way they touch everything. I know Mbappe is great, but you can always learn more. This front three, like I'm telling you, David, go. Obviously, it's Montpellier, right? It's not a great team. You know what I mean? It's not a top team in Liga, and they're in Liga, obviously.
Yeah.
Go watch the way they move the ball in the front three, right? It is absolutely, it's beautiful to watch. The way Neymar's zigzagging through people, pops into Messi, pops it back. The IQ is insane, especially coming from like both of us being soccer players. We understand the game. You know what I mean? What they're doing at the rate that they're doing it is mind-boggling, right? That's why I say it looks like it's like a hint of like old Neymar at Barca, right? Obviously, you don't have like the same Messi, in my opinion, right? And certain things like that. But if Mbappe just would just merge with that, do you know how nasty that team could be?
Yeah, they would be one of the obviously their best team, but like they would be insane. They would be insane. But unfortunately, Mbappe, it's so hard to change that attitude. It's so hard because and the thing with PSG, let me backtrack. Let me backtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Mbappe, the reason why he has this attitude is because he's comfortable. He's comfortable. He has nothing really to prove. He knows he has a contract secure. He has a board member, a more board member spot secured as well. He gets to make decisions. Like you said, takes penalties. He has all this stuff in his contract, and like so he knows he's comfortable. He's in the position like the team's not going to get rid of me because I'm this, I'm that. So he's going to say whatever he wants. He's going to do whatever he wants because he just knows that he's the top dog around there. Because the team messed up by making him giving him that much money, giving him that much power. But now, if you look at a PSG standpoint, it's like we're working really good with Neymar and Messi. Do we get rid of Neymar just because we have Kylian Mbappe on here, who's a lot younger? It's like you're in a tough position.
Listen, also, I just want to say this really quick. Remember when the whole situation with the manager and like they couldn't find a manager and stuff?
Yeah.
I've also, and this could just be my lack of football knowledge, I'm not gonna lie, but I've also never heard of the PSG manager, like ever.
Oh, no clue. I heard crickets. That's all I heard.
I just looked. That's what I was looking up. His name is Chris. I'm sorry if I pronounce this wrong. Where is he from? He's from France. So Christophe Galtier. I think that's how you say it, right?
Is that Mbappe's cousin?
Right. So he started off his career in Saint Etienne, the team I believe that raged last year because their team got relegated. Am I bugging on that? I think that
I think you're right.
I
think
think
you're
that's the
right.
team, but regardless, right? Then he went to Lille, right? Which is a decent team. Then he went to Nice, OG Nice, and then now he's at PSG. So
So
he's
so if I can
credible.
reiterate for everyone, he might be credible because he had a lot of teams, but he's not holding any power in that whole team. I'm gonna be honest with you.
They
He's not
basically
holding
just,
zero power.
dude. I'm not. They just basically stole the Nice manager, probably offered him a bigger bag, right? It was like, come here, and honestly, like I said, I don't know if anyone else has heard of this guy. He might be decent. I'm not going to judge him, but overall, it seems to me like it's a pretty good guy to just for Mbappe just to kind of like just like walk over. You know what I mean? Like this is the perfect manager to have where I can run everything. You
Yeah,
understand what I'm
pretty
saying?
much. Pretty much. It's not like you have a Jose Mourinho. Imagine Jose Mourinho. He would take nothing from nobody.
Yo,
Like you
Jose,
need
he wouldn't be able to do
a.
that job. He wouldn't be able to do that job because
You wouldn't.
Mbappe.
You wouldn't.
Yeah,
But I would tell you, you'd probably either put everyone in place. Like even if you take like Messi's opinion, Neymar's opinion, because they've been there, like they're veterans. So he would obviously listen to them, but he would put everyone else in place, even Messi, Neymar. But let's go back on the PSG and the head coach that you said. It's literally like the same thing with the Brooklyn Nets and Steve Nash. The only difference that Steve Nash had no
exactly,
credibility. Steve Nash had no
exactly.
credibility in the past. That's the only difference. This coach actually has some teams that he coached. And talking about the only reason why I compare those two is talking about alter egos with two superstars, with superstars on the team. You had Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Those guys, you know their egos, you know what they do in the offseason, you know their minds at. They're not most likely going to listen to a Steve Nash head coach who's has no credibility except for playing in the league and being a great guard. Same thing happened in Paris Saint-Germain. You have Mbappe. You think he's going to listen to this first year coach on the PSG? Hell no.
Bro,
Hell
no,
no.
no,
What kind of
bro.
in Mbappe's eyes, what kind of credibility does this coach have?
Nice. Nice,
Nothing.
man.
Nothing on him.
He's
Mbappe's gonna say, I scored a goal in the World Cup as the youngest player. That's what he's gonna say.
like, what do you have to what do you have to tell me?
Yeah. So at
You didn't-
PSG, you gotta control. You need control, and you lost that. So you're out of control right now.
And how long was that deal for? 4 years? 5 years?
4, I think.
That's 4 years of no CL. They not
Well, they were
winning
gonna
it.
get that anyway. They weren't gonna get that anyway.
Yo, bro, I'm
Who are
not.
you
I'm telling
kidding?
you, if Mbappe would if Mbappe would just come together, I think they genuinely they would be my favorite. I'm not even kidding. From what I've seen so far this season, they'd be my favorite.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But, gosh. We'll see what happens. PSG, you are in trouble. You've been in trouble since we basically said it in previous episodes. Once you gave Mbappe that much power, we knew everything was gonna go. I think everyone knew. Most people knew that it
Such a
wasn't.
bad
It was
idea.
gonna be bad.
Like
Bad idea.
no one, and you know what's crazy? Who gets the last laugh out of all this? Real Madrid. Real Madrid get the last laugh
Yeah.
because Real Madrid's sitting there right now, and they're like, "Listen, you could have had what? How many did they win? I always forget now because they won the recent one. I think 14 Champions Leagues, 14 or 15. I think it's 14.
I don't know.
It's so many, right? But regardless, you could have been with this history, this rich history. You could have been a Real Madrid legend. You would have been starting on the team, right? You could have you could have worked together with so many people and probably ended up being the best player on the team, even though there's so many great players there. But you know what you chose? You chose money and you chose control over that. And now you'll probably never get anything out of it.
If I can be honest with you and everyone in this chat right now, tell me what you guys think about this take. I wouldn't be surprised if in 4 years Mbappe would be 26, 27, something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if Real Madrid wouldn't even make an offer if his attitude continues. I know he's a great player, but is it really worth the headache? Because right now their team, like this team is even though they're winning, obviously they're in a lower league, in my opinion. I gotta wait until the UCLs. That's all I gotta wait, and how they perform against teams like Bayern Munich and Real Madrid.
Hey man, Mbappe when when his contract runs out at PSG, he's gonna be in his prime. And that's probably gonna be a scary sight to see, right? But at that time, there might be new stars, and Madrid might have moved on by then. But I feel like everyone's going to be. Oh yeah, facts. I'm bugging, right? Madrid's gonna be moved on.
New
They're gonna have.
stars. Yeah,
Well,
right
nah.
there.
Hold up. Nah. Wait.
Yeah,
I'm
Madrid.
bugging. Madrid would have moved on to you, not me.
Yo, you're telling
I'm
me
going
that if
Barca.
Real Madrid, you're telling me if Real Madrid gave you a contract, you'd be like, nah, I'm sorry, I'm a
Yo, yo, yo,
Barca
yo,
fan.
yo, yo,
Give
yo,
me a
yo.
break.
Relax. Real Madrid giving me a No. If Real Madrid are giving me a contract, that means Barca's offering me a contract. That means there's a bunch of other people offering me contracts, right?
Listen,
I'm taking Barca. Stop.
listen. I have a cousin. I have a cousin that in Portugal we got our top 3 teams are Sporting, Porto, and Benfica.
Yes.
Obviously, you know them because they've been in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Benfica does not like Sporting. Sporting does not like Benfica. They pretty much don't like each other. All 3 of them, pretty much.
It's rivalry.
Yeah. So my cousin is a Benfica fan, as well as me, but I support all 3 of them. He's a Benfica fan.
That's so cheese. It's like the New York stuff again.
No. In the UCLs, I support all of them, but in the league, I support Benfica. Does that make any sense? Okay. So he's a Benfica fan. He said that if any of those teams gave him a contract, Porto, Sporting, he would say no.
That's cap.
I'm like, you're smoking. You're smoking. I'm like, I don't even care. I don't even care if Shavs signs me. I'm going to that team. Shout out to Shavs. I'm watching them on Saturday.
Bro, that's just cap. You know he's lying, right? If they walked up to if they knocked on his front door right now and said, I'm the sporting director of FC Porto. I'm the sporting director of Sporting. And I want to offer you freaking 30 to 50 grand a week to come ride the bench. And you're saying no. Stop it, bro.
I support Benfica. Get out of here.
No, I can't. I support Benfica. Shut up, bro. You're taking that money and you're running.
Yeah, he's to be honest, he is 12. Or like so.
Oh, nah.
Yeah.
That's even better. There's no way you're saying no to that. I'm sorry. The chance to go pro. Oh, goodness. I'll put it to you this way. I've thought about this several times, and every single time it's the same answer. If Real Madrid was the only team in the world to offer me a contract right now, I think
you would say no.
No,
you would say no.
I become a Blanco in 2 seconds. I'd be Los Blancos. I'd be like, yes. I'd be like, freaking La Decima. Let's go all the way. I'm not even kidding. If that's the only way I support Real Madrid. Only way.
I mean, if Boston Red Sox, if any team, Boston Celtics, New England Revolution, just to have fun, or even Barcelona, or giving me a contract, you think I'm gonna say no? Yeah, of course I'm taking that contract.
David's like, huh? No. If you got a chance to play with Messi, David's like, what? Are you kidding? He's like, of course.
Yeah, it's just when people like, I don't know. I know they're just saying it, and I don't know if they mean it, but if they mean it, that just makes no sense to me.
That's just a bad business. That's just a bad move. Oh my gosh, bro.
But that's all the tension in Paris right now. Good thing I'm in Portugal and you're in America, so we don't have to feel the tension. But that was a dad joke. But what I want to get into next one is real quick. I want to go into NFL one, which is Aaron Rodgers, and then we're going to go into our top 10 NBA players of last season and our top 5 excited players to see in the NFL. Go big deal, not big deal, and then do our total, which we are 9 for 9, right? 9 for 9, 8 for 8. What are we? 9 for 9. Love that. But let's get into let's go into this Aaron Rodgers thing real quick. So basically, Aaron Rodgers has been in the news as of a couple days ago, basically saying that he's getting frustrated with the amount of drops by his rookie receivers. I have a statement from him. I gotta pull it up real quick, so give me a second.
I can't wait till you say this because I'm gonna actually go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy. There's a certain thing that I said that I got not a lot of hate for it, but
you got a lot of hate for it.
No, not a lot of hate for it, but like a lot of people was like, "Oh my gosh, you're so wrong!" Like,
so basically, Aaron Rodgers said that this is a quote. I quote: "The young guys, especially young receivers, we got to be way more consistent." Rodgers said, "A lot of drops, a lot of bad route decisions, running the wrong route. We've got to get better in that area." End quote. That's what Aaron Rodgers said about the amount of drops and frustration with the rookie wide receivers.
You want me to just comment on that? Or you have a question or?
Yeah, real quick comment. I have a question after that.
All right. I have no problem with that quote actually. Or what he said. There's nothing wrong with what he said. It's just like he basically just admitted he's like, we got work to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it's obviously it's gonna life without Devontae is gonna be tough, right? But we got work to do, and I think I just think he's like it's frustrating, but it's part of the game.
Growing
It's
pains.
football. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to figure out a way to get it done. So I don't think there's. I feel like the media was like the media like blew it up and was like, "Oh my gosh, Aaron Rodgers, he's having trouble with the Green Bay Packers." It's like, guys, this is just the man basically said, we're struggling right now. That's all. We'll figure it out though. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, I don't see it as like that much of like a big situation.
Yeah. But my question to you is, since Aaron Rodgers is getting frustrated with these rookie receivers, how much of not having a wide receiver, a stud wide receiver, or at least a good wide receiver, is on Aaron Rodgers' fault? Because we know the GMs make the decisions, they sign the players, but how much of it is on Aaron Rodgers' fault for not having a wide receiver, a good wide receiver, with him?
Wait, really quick before I'm gonna answer that really quick, but Ophelia Hahn, she dropped a comment. She said, "Why was he perfect when he first started? Chill, Mr. Rogers."
Mr. Rogers, that's like an old film.
Oh
Yeah,
my god,
Mr. Rogers, no?
I've never seen that before.
No, I never seen it, but I just watched.
You've
I don't
heard
know.
of it?
I heard of it with the red jacket.
No, I've literally never heard of that in my life. Not gonna lie. But either way, what's it called? He plays a big. You said how much of it is it his fault for not having a star receiver?
Yeah, because he's a star. He's a star franchise. He's the face of the franchise. And if I'm the face of the franchise, I'm telling GM, I'm telling management, hey, you got to get me a wide receiver.
Well,
Like I need after Devontae left.
I'll do you one better than that. Aaron Rodgers is part of the reason why Devontae Adams left the Green Bay Packers in the first place. Like, let's you suck. What's it called? Let's not forget the fact of the matter that Aaron Rodgers took that big contract knowing that they might not be able to re-sign Devontae Adams, knowing that they might let him go. You know what I mean? He knew what he was doing. He knew the possibilities of it, and he chose to do so still. So yes, that is partially his fault. But I don't know if he sees it as like a thing that he's regretting. Like, he got his bag. So it is what it is. It just came at the cost of arguably, if not the best receiver in the league right now. Right? Now, I will say this though. As far as like getting to the GM, be like, yo, bring me a receiver, bring me a receiver. If I'm the GM, I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at him and be like, are you okay? Like, who are you complaining about to, bro? You's the one that took the contract. You feel me? You could have had Devontae, but you wanted this big contract. So, stick with your rookie receivers, stick with what you got, and make it work.
You're in timeout.
Yeah, until further notice. Like, you can't just bite that much cap space and expect me to sign someone that's going to be decent. You know what I mean? It takes time. So he is at fault at some of this. Kind of like LeBron and what he did to the Lakers when you think about it, but not to that extent, not to that full extent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with taking that much money by Aaron Rodgers, $50 million a year for 4 years, $200 million. 4 years, $200 million, $50 million a year. He took up all the cap pretty much, which made Devontae Adams leave. So technically, this is at his fault. Some of it. Now the other half is, I think the GM's fault because they made some bad decisions in the past by drafting Jordan Love instead of drafting a wide receiver. We've seen that in the past. They have not really helped Aaron Rodgers in that extent. So I will say some of it, it's 50-50 in my opinion. Aaron Rodgers is not getting it, but now that's in the past. And now the GMs, the owners, they have to sign. I'm thinking OBJ. He's still a free agent. At least a veteran wide receiver that's still good in this league. So, yeah, I mean, if I'm OBJ, if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm calling Odell Beckham Jr. and getting him pronto. That doesn't mean that the rookie wide receivers aren't going to grow. They're still going to be pretty good. But you just need someone that can hold the fort down in that wide receiver position.
See, I'm going to say this, though. I remember me saying that the Vikings are going to win the division. And I don't mind you disagreeing with me. That's fine. I agree. Like I like the fact that you disagree with me. I think
Boo!
No, like I think it's a genuine like I wouldn't say that it's crazy to say the Packers are going to win the division. So like I don't disagree with you in that sense. But I had a lot of people tell me, "Oh, that's a really bad take. Oh, that's not happening. Oh, that's never going to happen." And it's like, why are we acting as if the Green? I understand the Green Bay Packers dominated that. Aaron Rodgers has dominated that division for so long, but bro, you really gonna sit here and tell me that the Vikings don't have a chance of winning that division this year? Bro, we are talking about a team that if you took away, like again, I saw this stat, but keep bringing this stat back up. If you took away the second half of every single game in that last season, they're 11-2, right? Now that's not really a good stat. Like that's not a good stat to have. Don't get me wrong, but this team had not really made any real moves in the offseason. But however, they have the same team. This is the same team. You really think that's going to happen again this year? And if it does, that's a problem. That's something that the Vikings need to look into, like as a whole, because they're just a choking organization. I don't know what else to tell you, but I don't think it's going to happen again. You have people that are going to grow. Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, like Kirk Cousins is highly underrated. Highly underrated as a quarterback. He can get it done for you. The defense is good. You know what I mean? It's going to be a good team, and they're going to give the Packers a run for their money. They will. And it doesn't matter. I don't care how much Aaron Rodgers is so dominant and he could put the ball wherever you need for him to put the ball in the field. If those receivers can't catch the ball that he's throwing to them, they're not going to win the game.
It's
It's
that
that
simple.
simple.
Yeah.
Because that Green Bay Packers defense, it's good, don't get me wrong, but it's not like cracked. It's not looking
Yeah.
like the Bills defense. It's not looking like the Ravens defense.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? It's not like
Yeah.
the top defense in the league. So we need to relax. They're pretty even.
Let me for any of those people that have said that those are terrible takes. I'm sorry, they're on crack. They're smoking something because that's not a terrible take. I can somewhat agree with it. The only reason why I think Green Bay is going to do it because they have Aaron Rodgers, and I still think that's above everything else. Still think they have a really good, not a really good defense, but like a top 15 defense, which is still pretty good. Um, but I will say I support your hot take, and I will say that I'm leaning towards you as well. I hope that happens because screw these haters, man. Screw them. I just think you put up logical stuff. I mean, Kirk Cousins I think is an underrated quarterback. Dalvin Cook I think is a great running back. Justin Jefferson, not to mention they still have Adam Thielen. Like that team is
Adam Thielen,
really
oh my
good.
God.
That team
Like,
is really good. Not to mention they have some good studs on defense as well. If I'm being honest with you, it's gonna be a really tight race for number one. It can go either way, from my opinion now.
it should be. It really should be. But the thing is, when you say that they're going to win the division because of Aaron Rodgers, I don't disagree because we've
Yeah.
literally seen that happen for the past how many years? You know what I mean? Granted, yes, he's had good receivers in company. This is probably the first time that we really see Aaron Rodgers with like nobody at
Yeah.
all. Who? Alan Lazard. You know what I'm saying? Like what are we talking about here? You know what I mean?
Like every year, like I've watched Aaron Rodgers. He's at least had a really good wide receiver like Jordy Nelson. Remember
Jordy
Jordy
Nelson.
Nelson?
Yo, you remember that
He was
touchdown he
cracked.
caught?
He was
They threw
cracked.
it. I forgot what whether it was the regular season during the playoffs, but he threw a Hail Mary. They had to catch it on the win, and he held it down. And Jordy Nelson caught over like 3 bodies. It was crazy. It was a
Yeah.
miracle. I remember
What
watching
else?
it too.
They had Randall Cobb at one
Yep.
point. Devontae Adams, like they had some really good wide receivers with Aaron Rodgers.
What's it called? Oh my god, I want to say this, but I don't want to sound like an idiot. I feel like he was definitely there though. Jennings, right? Am I bugging? Am I bugging?
I think you might be right. Yeah, I
Wait.
forgot his name.
I,
First
I
name.
think it's I don't want to butcher it, but I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna do it anyway. I think his name is Greg Jennings. I'm looking him up though.
Rashad Jennings. No,
Yeah,
Rashad
no,
Jennings.
Greg Jennings. Yes, I was right.
Greg
Yes.
Jennings. Yeah.
What's it called? Sorry, I'm so proud of that because like David, you know why. But
Sports not. Yeah.
yeah, but regardless, he was a good receiver as well. But what was I about to say? Um, at the fun fact at the time that Jordy Nelson was there, what's it called? At the time when he caught that pass, and everything. I was actually a Green Bay Packers fan. I
Yes,
used
you
to
were.
be. Yeah, I used to. I think I've been a Green Bay Packers fan longer than I've been a Baltimore Ravens fan so far.
So you're a cheesehead.
No, I'm part of the flock. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not cheating. It's still
I'm
in me somewhere. I still root for the Packers when I see them. You know what I mean? I like the
Mhm.
Packers because I grew up with the Packers. My dad just like kind of like, you know what I mean? Like he just kind of like he's like, oh, I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan. And I like the Packers. He also likes the Miami Dolphins, but this is not a show about my dad. So
Ugh.
what's it called? Yeah, but either way, like I grew up like just liking the Packers. So like that's why like they're still they're still here. But
It's still a little
Ravens
place in the heart, but Ravens all the way.
Ravens flock, let's do it.
But yeah, we'll see what happens to Aaron Rodgers. I don't really think it's gonna be that much of a worry. They're gonna figure it out. Whatever.
Mhm.
Receivers, they know how to catch a ball. Hopefully, some of them. So that's not really an issue.
That's why they're in the NFL for a reason.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But we do have two comments. If you want to pull them up real quick.
Yeah, let's do that. Sorry. So both from Ophelia Hines. The first one she says, Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers is from when I was little. You guys got Daniel Tiger, which is supposed to be what we had as Mr. Rogers'
Is it
neighborhood.
really?
Isn't that a kid show? Daniel Tiger?
Yeah, that is. I watch them like little cousins.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get Daniel. I don't think me and David got Daniel Tiger, but
No,
this next
I
generation.
haven't. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, when I never really looked at it like that. Huh?
He, I still know what Mr. Rogers is. I don't watch Daniel Tiger, so I've seen it before, but like very
Yeah,
briefly.
you never heard? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be? Ever? Yo,
No, what is
yo,
that?
for anyone watching right now, if you want a quick laugh, go search up Mr. Robinson SNL skit. It was Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy did the skit. Absolutely hilarious. It's a spinoff on Mr. Rogers, and it's basically about him living in like the ghetto and like some like terrible apartment. And he's teaching kids. He's like, today's word of the day is stealing. He's like,
Oh,
kids,
nah.
look what I brought from someone's house today. Jewelry. Can you say jewelry? It's hilarious.
What's it
Hilarious.
called? What's it called? But make sure you search that up on a different device, because don't leave
Yeah,
this.
on your iPad, your phone. I know you
Don't
got
leave the
multiple
podcast. I'm
devices.
watching you. Don't leave the podcast.
Yeah.
I see you. Don't leave the podcast. But regardless, what's it called? And then and then Ophelia Hines, she goes, I was talking about him. I literally wanted to tell Aaron Rodgers, sit down. Were you perfect when you started? You had things to work on. I'm sure you did before you came great.
No,
Basically,
he was perfect. He was
no, it was
perfect.
not. No, it was not, bro.
No, he wasn't.
No, it was not, bro. And then she said, David, encore. Sing, David. Sing, David.
Beautiful
Sing.
day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. I think something like that.
I was
Would you
doing
be
little.
mine?
I
I don't
literally
know.
can't clap. That was so embarrassing.
Yeah,
Trying to
that
clap. I
was
literally,
kind of depressing.
in order to
That was
clap, I
kind
have
of
to go like
depressing
this.
right
I have to clap like this. I
now.
can't. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work.
Mhm.
But
But oh, we said at the same time. But let's go into our last two topics of the show. We're gonna do this a lightning round. Not really lightning. You know what
can
I
we
mean?
do the NFL one first? Because I feel like that might be a little bit quicker.
Yeah, we can do whatever we want. This is our show.
Indeed.
Indeed. So let's start off with the NFL top 5 players we're most excited to see next season. This is our personal opinion. So this is what we think the players we're excited to see next season. Top 5. Eric, you want to go first or me?
I want to go first actually.
All right, go ahead.
What's it called? Can we go tit for tat?
Yeah.
All right. This is in no particular order for me. I just kind of like gave you 5, so I kind of just put 5 because I don't know really which one. But the first person that came to my mind, and I think you like this, is Sauce Gardner.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of the New York Jets.
Wow.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not really. I know, like, I briefly like go over college sports. It's just sick. Hold up, let me just fix my camera really quick.
Yeah, college is not my genre too.
Yeah, like I don't really. Hold up, FaceTime.
I'll watch it when it's if it's on, but
Exactly. So I realistically like I don't like really like watching college that much. I know it's important to see like who's coming into the league and stuff like that, but I like to see what they do when they get into the league, right? I'm more or less like kind of like watch highlights and stuff like that. But or I obviously watch it when it gets like big into like the national championship stuff like that. But obviously there's a lot of hype going off of Sauce Gardner, right? Coming out of college, and I've seen some highlights, and he does look amazing, right? I'm actually really excited what he can do for this Jet squad. So I think he might have I think he's gonna have a really good year this year, really extended year. And I'm excited to see what he can do. I'm honestly really excited to watch him play.
That's a good one. I'm happy he's from my New York Jets. My player is Zach Wilson, same guy on the Jets. I'm excited because obviously I'm a fan of the New York Jets, and I want to see if he's capable of under the pressure in New York Lights. And he had a good end of the season last year, so see if we can carry into next season and be the franchise quarterback of the New York Jets. Eric, I'm gonna hold your thought real quick. I got to go get my computer charger. It's about to
Okay.
die. So
All
give me
right.
one
Go ahead.
second. Tell
All right.
everyone your next one.
All right. Well, after that one, my next one, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be he's slowly becoming a favorite player of mine. It's the Minnesota Viking Justin Jefferson, right? Justin Jefferson, he had a really good year last year. They did fail to make okay, they made the playoffs. They did make the playoffs. What's it called? For some reason I thought they did. But they did fail to make the playoffs. Wait, did they? Am I bugging? I gotta check now. I'm pretty sure they did not. But just to make sure, we gotta make sure. I don't know why I think that they did, but we'll double check. Give me one moment, please. If it wants to load. But regardless, while it's loading, basically Justin Jefferson showed that he was a top receiver in the league. Or he can be a top receiver in the league. I think that he's gonna have another breakout year. In this year, I think he's gonna play a big part in why the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, they did make the playoffs. I was correct. All right, I just wanted to make sure. He's gonna play a big part in why the Minnesota Vikings are going to beat the Green Bay Packers in that division. I feel like he's gonna be one of the biggest key parts to it. As long as everyone stay healthy, that's my guy right there. But Jay Jettis,
Jay Jettis, that's a good one. That's a good
Justin
one. And
Jefferson.
right after your Vikings take too.
Exactly. I said I think he's gonna be a big part in winning winning that for the Green Bay Pack, winning that for the Minnesota Vikings.
You think he could be the best wide receiver in the league after this year?
No, he won't be the best wide receiver in the league. But
All right, so
I'm pushing. I really hope that he can push top 5.
Fair enough. Next one I have is Derrick Henry, King Henry. After an injury last season, halfway through the season, I'm excited to see what he can give. After an MVP caliber season, in my opinion, before he got injured, I'm excited to see what he can produce for this Tennessee Titans team.
Most definitely. I agree with that one. I didn't put him down. The reason I didn't put him down is I actually think he's going to get injured again because the Tennessee Titans are worse. Which means that they're going to run him more, and they're probably just going to run him into the ground, right? But that is literally my prediction right there. But my third one, I think you like this one too. This is your sleeper pick for MVP, Derek Carr. Very excited to see what Derek Carr can do this year. And the reason I say that is because Derek Carr, in my opinion, has got everything now. He's got a nice tight end. He's got a number 1 wide receiver. Look, yeah, he's not freaking definitely a top 5 tight end. I don't know about top 3, but definitely top 5 tight end in the league, right? Top, in my opinion, top 1 for
Number
best
1,
wide receiver in the league, right? Good running back. He's the line is good. They're decent. They're not the best. They're not the best line in the league, but they're decent. He's got a good supporting cast around him now, right? There's realistically no excuse unless their defense is somehow like tremendously garbage all of a sudden. You know what I mean? But other than that, there's no excuse. I think Derek Carr will have a great season. I'm excited to watch what he can do with what he has.
Nice one. At number 3, I have TJ Watt, the NFL record tying sack leader last season. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go TJ Watt. I'm excited to see after a NFL record season last year and Defensive Player of the Year season. I'm excited to see if he can go back to back with that.
Hold up. I agree with that one, and I'm about to change one of mine right now because you just reminded me.
Did I?
Yes. Where is he at? I'm blanking on his name though. I'd look him up. Hold up. Hold up.
You need
Don't
help?
tell me. Huh?
I'll tell you. You want me to tell you?
Matter of fact, actually, you can go to your next one. There. Oh wait, no, I
And
got him. I got him. Never mind, I got
yeah.
him. Okay. Sorry, I was blanking. I knew what team he played for. I just blanking. Let me write him down too. I got a defensive player that I'm excited to watch next year. Micah Parsons.
Mm.
Totally forgot. I didn't have him. Didn't have him on my list. I actually originally had Jonathan Taylor, right? Because I wanted to see if we could take another step into being possibly even fighting Derrick Henry for the best running back in the league. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? That's what I was more interested in. But then I thought about that. I was like, yo, let me get Micah Parsons in here because Micah Parsons, same dude, rookie of the year, talking about oh, the NFL's easy. You know what I mean? So like if he's talking like that, if he's talking like that in his first year, his second year better be insane. You know what I mean? So I'm very excited to see what he can do. Hopefully he talks, hopefully he backs up his all his talking. So
Yeah, but my number 2 is running back from my New York Giants, Saquon Barkley. I'm excited to see if he can have another bounce back year after his injuries the last two seasons. So yeah, Saquon, he's looking good in training camp, so I'm excited.
Saquon Barkley, I mean, I was thinking of that one, but overall, I did end up going with it because again like that is good. I feel like but I wouldn't pick it because I'm not a Giants fan. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I feel like it's another reason why you would go with that.
Can I take can I say hot take real quick?
Yeah,
I say if Saquon is like back to his first year, Saquon, this Giants team has a really good chance of like being a good team. A good team. Like I barely make the playoffs in the wild card.
that is hot. That is a hot take.
And one more thing. And no Daniel Jones. Tyrod Taylor as quarterback.
Tyrod Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And you think the Giants? So with Tyrod Taylor and Saquon Barkley, you think the Giants can sneak into the playoffs?
I think so. The reason why I've given up a little bit less hope, a little bit more hope, I've given up a little more hope on Daniel Jones is because they found like another neck injury with Daniel Jones, like from like something that was not even similar to what he suffered and season ending last year.
He's
Is like something that
just
happened in the off season and that he had like a recover from. So like
he
I'm like
needs
another
help.
one
He needs help, bro. He needs help.
that
But
doesn't help.
I gotta ask you. Let's do a quick would you rather with the Giants.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I want you to give yourself the scenarios of like say like Saquon's fully and like you have Tyrod Taylor, everything that you want, right, within the Giants. Obviously not like trading people and stuff like that, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Cowboys or the Giants?
Cowboys.
Eagles or the Giants?
Giants.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't even really believe in the Eagles to be that amazing, but
Mm-hmm.
you're really with Saquon fully healthy, you're taking them over the Eagles.
Yes.
Okay. Packers.
Packers.
Vikings.
Vikings.
Okay. Buccaneers.
Oh, Bucks.
Saints.
Giants.
Okay. Rams.
Rams.
Then you got the Cardinals. Come
I
on.
might go. I might go Giants.
Come on.
Kyler Murray has
Come
no
on.
DeAndre
You're too
Hopkins
excited.
for 6 games.
You're too excited, bro. You're way too
No.
excited.
Who's
All
Kyler
right.
Murray going to throw it to?
49ers.
49ers because their defense is phenomenal.
So, Cowboys, Packers, Vikings, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Cowboys, Packers, Vikings, Buccaneers, Rams, 49ers, and then you're going to say the Giants?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to say the Giants? Stop it! This is cap. This is cap.
I
You
would.
truly believe that?
Yes.
All right, well, we'll see. We'll see, man. If you think Saquon has that much influence, we'll see, bro. And Tyrod Taylor, nah, bro. I'm sorry, I can't get behind that one. I cannot get behind that one. But
We will see what happens, my friend.
my last one is actually a Detroit Lion. And it's the running back DeAndre Swift. Believe it or not, I think even throughout the midst of the Lions being absolutely horrendous, I think he still has a little like he shined through that a little bit because I feel as if he still had a good season, like could considering what he was surrounded with. You know what I mean? And I think the Lions will be a little bit better than they were last season, not like significantly better, and it gives them a better opportunity to have better stats. Right. So I'm
Fair enough.
expecting more to see DeAndre Swift. I think it's gonna be exciting to watch him play as well.
That's a good one. That's a good one. And he's gonna be a great fantasy running back too.
Exactly. He could basically do everything.
My number one is Derek Carr. Like you said, he has literally everything around him. Devontae Adams, number one wide receiver, a top five tight end in Darren Waller, a decent offensive line, but a good running back in my opinion, a good defense as well. They got Chandler Jones as well. Like everything pretty much is around Derek Carr to produce numbers, and not to mention he's always top five in passing yards in the last couple seasons. And imagine Devontae Adams there, his touchdowns are going to go up. Everything's going to go up for him in the offensive end.
Exactly.
So I'm excited for
I
that.
agree. I agree. I agree. I
I'm
can't
predicting
lie.
an MVP type of season for Derek Carr.
MVP. Nah, let me stop. I'm dragging it. Lamar MVP. Two-time loaded.
Daniel Jones or Zach Wilson MVP.
Daniel Jones for most valuable injured player. Wow.
Bro, imagine we fast forward a couple months and Daniel Jones is the MVP.
I probably
he
cancel
throws
the
like
podcast.
he
Probably
throws like 50 touchdowns, throws for 5,000 yards.
Nah, no sir. No sir. Podcast canceled. Bye guys. I actually ripped my eyeballs out. Oh my
You
gosh.
would. But let's get to this last and final topic.
Mhm.
I want to do one big deal, not big deal before we go into Podal, but looking at the time, we'll see what happens. But we got like 4.5 minutes left of this show before we hit the 2 hour mark. So let's go into our top 10 in NBA. So basically, for anyone to know, we made a top 10 of the best players of last season that we thought were.
Now, I just want to emphasize this as well, right? These are the best players that we these are the players that we thought had the best season, right? So that's including regular season and postseason,
Correct.
right? You put them all together, you put all their accolades together, what they accomplished within the season, right? These are the top 10 players that we thought that had the best season overall. Now, this isn't, I feel like I was talking to David about this with David earlier before we go into it. I was like, I feel like this is important. We should highlight this, right? Because everyone, when the season ends, we kind of go into next season and we're like, oh, who's the top 10 players, right? But we never discuss who had the best season, who's the top 10 players within that NBA season. You know what I mean? And that gives room to discuss other players and how well they played. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So overall, David, you want me to go first or you want to go first?
You go first.
All right.
You want to go back and forth, or you want to go?
Tit for tat? I'm down.
We'll do for tat. Yeah.
We're going from 1 to 10 or 10 to 1?
10-1.
All right. Now, I feel like some people are not gonna be happy with my list. I'm gonna be missing. I know I'm missing one big guy. I'm
probably missing someone too.
I don't mind it though. I don't mind it. I think it's correct. I do. So at number 10, by the way, for everyone that doesn't know, I added up my goats of the week list and my goats of the week playoff list. I do have the numbers right here, but I won't list the numbers how far apart they are. But at number 10, I had Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics. I think he had a great year.
That's good.
Overall.
My number 10 is DeMar DeRozan. He really didn't do that well in the postseason, but I think the regular season added up. He was in contention for MVP at one point. I think he had a spectacular regular season.
I agree. Okay. At number 9, I have Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks. Didn't do too well in the postseason, but his regular season he carried.
That is true. At number 9, I have LeBron James. Same well, he didn't make the playoffs, but he didn't really play a lot. But compared to other guys, but I think when he played, he was spectacular.
Okay. At number 8, I have this one pained me. I'm not gonna lie, how low he was. Kevin Durant of the Brooklyn Nets. KD obviously hurt during this. Well, he got hurt eventually at one point. Yeah, because in the beginning of the season he was on track to win MVP, and then got hurt, came back, did what he had to do, and then did not perform well in the playoffs. Right, he performed like well once out of the entire like 4 games that we got swept. So for that, Kevin Durant, you're at number 8.
At number 8 for me, I have Kevin Durant as well. Like you said, he had a great regular season. He did get injured, MVP candidate at one point, and then not really the best playoffs.
Okay. At number 7, I have DeMar DeRozan.
Okay.
I think DeMar's regular season, that stint that he went on, that 40-point monstrous stint, was enough to put him above Kevin Durant. Matter of fact, I have him tied with Kevin Durant. So realistically, I could put them together at 7, and then I just add like my number 11 is John Morant, but I'm not gonna get into that and stuff like that. But realistically, the top 10, I have DeMar DeRozan at 7.
Fair enough. At 7, I have Jason Tatum. He had a pretty good playoffs, actually really good playoffs, but the finals he wasn't really producing. And he had a really good regular season too. At 7.
Okay, at number 6, I think this is gonna hurt people. I'm not gonna lie. I had the Finals MVP Steph Curry. A lot of people now. I understand he won the play. I understand he did well in the playoffs. I understand he won the NBA championship and he won the Finals MVP. Right? Did amazing in the playoffs. But a lot of people forget that in the regular season, he was cooking in the beginning, and then he just flat out he plateaued at a certain time where it was just mediocre. It was not what we know for Steph Curry to do, and there was players that were outplaying him, right? And that right there, that plateau kind of was what screwed him. And I think he had to pick it back up when the playoffs came, and that's exactly what he did. So for that, I had him just outside the top 5.
At number 6, I have John Morant. Spectacular playoffs. Not to mention he had a really good regular season as well. I think what really put him over the top was his postseason and how dominant he was.
Wow, John Morant. I had him at 11. And you had him at 6. That's a different one right there. Wow, I'm shocked about that one. I'm not gonna lie. Wow, that would hit me. I'm not gonna lie, that would hit me. Okay, at number 5, my top 5. Going to my top 5. Starting my top 5. I have Jason Tatum. I think he started off a little bit shaky in the season, but he was still putting up good numbers. The team was just losing as a whole, right? And then also postseason, until he got to the finals, he was amazing. Amazing, bro. Like, the things that he was doing was insane until he got to the finals and then he just choked. But other than that, Jason Tatum's my number 5. I do put him above Curry. I do.
At number 5, I have Joel Embiid. Amazing regular season. I think he had a good round in playoffs, but nothing really spectacular. So that's why I have him at 5.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Interesting. At number 4, I got your boy, David. I got Luka Doncic at number 4. I do have Luka at number 4. Luka Doncic, obviously, he was injured during the season as well, but he when he came back, he was a monster. And during the playoffs, he was a monster as well. Just took out the Suns, the team that was expected to get to the finals, with that team that he had. Just destroyed. Took CP3 and Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton's soul. Just absolutely destroyed them. So for that, Luka Doncic, my number 4.
My number 4 goes to the Finals MVP, Stephen Curry. He had a great regular season. I mean, he plateaued, like you said. He started off hot, and then he plateaued at one point. Players were getting a little bit better than him, but he picked it up around playoff time, and playoffs, he was spectacular.
Okay. At number 3, I have Joel Embiid. I'm surprised you had him at number 5, I'm not going to lie, but I have Joel Embiid at number 3 because of what he did during the regular season. The postseason was a little bit lackluster, I will not lie. He still did get past the first round, but it wasn't enough. It realistically wasn't enough for Embiid. But at number 3, he was still amazing during the regular season. For that, I give him number 3.
Fair enough. At number 3, I have the 2-time back-to-back reigning MVP, Nikola Jokic. I think he had spectacular regular season. Obviously, he won MVP, but the playoffs, he didn't go far. He did really good, but it wasn't, in terms of how far he went in the playoffs, it wasn't enough.
Are you about to put Luka top 2 right now?
Shh. Don't jump ahead of the
Is
list.
Luka about to be top 2? No way. All right. At number 2, I have the Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo. Simple as that. Giannis, great regular season, great playoff season. That simple as that. Just didn't get it done.
At number 2, I got Luka Magic. Luka had a great spectacular. Yeah, when he played, he started off a little slow, but he was literally in MVP conversations, at least in my opinion, in the
He
regular season.
was.
And
He
then
was.
in the postseason, the way he dominated the Phoenix Suns pretty much showed me that this guy's like on a different level. So I had Luka at number 2.
All right. Well, wait. Who's number 1 for you? It's gotta be. It has to be the one guy. It has to be one guy. All right. Well, at number 1, I got my boy, my back-to-back MVP, Nikola Jokic. Now I understand he did get booted first round, but what he did this season was record-breaking. The most efficient season of all time in the NBA, and the MVP and back-to-back MVP. And he took that trash Nuggets team to the playoffs. Nikola Jokic fully, I believe, had the best season out of all these guys, out of all of them. Just absolutely insane.
Yeah, my top 3 are pretty much really close. Really close. Like, could gone either way.
Yeah.
But at number 1, I have Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak. Like, the guy was just insane. Like, literally in his name, the Greek freak. He's freakishly good. Amazing athlete. And he posted double-doubles in the playoffs. And he also posted double-doubles in the regular season. Nearly averaging 30 points in the playoffs. 31
Insane.
point something. Absolutely insane. But, yeah, that's our top 10 players of last season in regular season and postseason.
I just want to really quick. I just want to do like quick honorable mentions on the other people that some people didn't mention. At 15, I had Devin Booker. At 15 I had James Harden actually. 14 Jimmy Butler, 13 Devin Booker, 12 LeBron James, and then 11 John Morant. But yeah, just
Fair
want
enough.
to put that really quick.
Well, there was our top 10. But real quick, that sums up our topics of today's show. I just want to do one little big deal, not big deal, if you don't mind, and move on to Portal.
Of course.
But this big deal, not big deal, can't wait because it is UFC 278 going on with Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards 2, the rematch. This is for the welterweight title fight. Who do you think's coming out with this on Saturday?
Who do you think I'm gonna pick?
Leon Edwards.
How'd you know? Stop, bro. Kamara, bro. Stop.
How do you think he's gonna win? I need a round in the decision in that thing.
Definitely Kamara. I'll go round 3.
Bye.
Knockout.
I gotta go. Definitely Kamaru Usman. This is
stop it. Come on.
Really one of the best fighters in the UFC. I'm gonna go round 4 by TKO. I think that's a safe bet.
He's gonna knock him out, bro. He's going to knock him out. He's done. He is
See what
done.
happens. That's gonna be nice fight.
Yeah.
Too bad I'm not gonna buy it because UFC. I'm not gonna watch it in Portugal at 3 o'clock in the morning. The main card is. I'll wake up and I'll find out who wins.
Why is it so late? I don't know why they do that. It's just dragged.
But yeah, that's all I got for Big Deal, Not Big Deal. Without further ado, we are 8 minutes over time, but that means that we have a fun game total.
Oh my gosh, David. 9 for 9. We can't lose.
Got to go for double digits today, 10 for 10.
This is it. This is for double digits. Last time, as you guys, David, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Last time, as you guys can see, we got Darius Baisley in 4, which is amazing. Showing our knowledge. Look at that, Darius Baisley. But let's go ahead and refresh it. Here we go. Oh my gosh. David, who are we starting with?
Let's go with our number ones. Oh, you had Jokic and I had Giannis.
Well, how about this? Where'd you at? I had Giannis at 2. So that's basically Giannis.
I had Giannis at 1.
Yeah. So, and you had Jokic at 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go Giannis. We'll go Giannis. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yes. Oh, I thought you got it right. No, I'm kidding. Let's go. All right, he's in the East. He's a forward. He's 6'10" or 6'9", and he is 24 or younger. And the number is 31 or smaller or lower.
Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley's a center. There's no way they have
Is he?
there's no way if they have Evan Mobley listed here as a forward, I'd lose my mind.
I thought he was a power forward.
Huh?
I thought he was a power forward. And are they in the same division or no?
Oh yeah, they're in the same division anyways.
Okay.
I'll check that afterwards. I think his primary is center though. But I know he can play forward. I do agree with that. But I think his primary is center. But all right, wait, hold up. He's a young player. He's pretty young. Like 24. He's a forward. Imagine it was like, how old is Obi Toppin?
24.
Ooh.
Try Obi.
What's his number?
Try Obi. 000.
Obi Toppin.
Obi.
Come home. Oh my gosh. In the trash division.
Oh, he's younger than 24. Wow, he's young.
Ooh, he's 21 or younger. What the? He's 6'10". Okay, so we got the Hawks, the Magic,
the Charlotte Hornets, the Wizards, and the Magic.
Ooh, 6'10", 21-year-old or younger. Guys. Oh. Is it Mo Wagner? What? No, not Mo Wagner. What's the other Wagner?
Franz Wagner.
Is it Franz Wagner?
Try it.
Franz. Let's do it, Franz. Let's do it, Franz.
Yay.
Come
Good
on.
Job. 10 for 10 in 3.
In 3, baby. Let's go.
It's impressive.
David, we're out here styling, bro. You see that?
We love it.
Oh, my gosh. That's amazing. Hold up. I forgot to stop sharing my screen. Hold up.
Just
let's remove that. All right.
There you go.
What's it called? Franz Wagner in 3.
Good job.
10 and 10. That was easy. I'm not going to lie. We know who Franz Wagner is. Come on. Give us like Tony Snell. Give us a Tony Snell type of player. Give us the last player on the Spurs bench. We'll figure it out.
Yes. We'll figure it out.
Always. I have no idea who it is.
Me neither.
Oh my
God. That wraps up our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to our 115th episode of D&E Takeover. For our Instagram and our TikTok is official_DE_Takeover. It's down below. You can follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Our name is D&E Takeover on there. Eric's Instagram is at Eric_Hines16. My Instagram is at David_Rod_02. And our sponsor of today's episode is at Elegantly Crafty. That's their Instagram handle. Check them out. They make delicious sweets and treats and in crafts as well. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and share the show to many other people you know. And not only we not only do live streams on this channel, we have other videos as well for entertainment and sports segments as well. So check that out and subscribe, share the show. And without further ado, it's been your boy David.
And it's been your boy Eric.
And we are out. Peace.
Oh,
and also thank you to everyone in the chat today. We appreciate you guys.
110%, man.
And everyone listening.
Deuces, homies.
Peace.